I can recap while we're waiting. What the hell happened? It's been like more than a day, and I don't know what went on.
All right. Yeah, I think that's where we were.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
So, last time, you and the Party Rock crew realized that you had to get the box back from the Leviathan, which was not ideal. But you came up with a plan. You made your way back down to Trollbark Forest via teleporting Pinecone to Snickers, the sloth who sells junk in the woods.
Goblin.
Did I say sloth?
You did.
Jesus, what is wrong with my brain? I think they cut too deep.
Yeah. Might have something to do with it.
Yeah, the goblin. I don't even know where sloth came from. Slorth, sloth. I was looking at your name. That's what it was. Anyway, made your way to Trollbark Forest back towards the entrance of the Warlock's Crypt, where you hunted down the black dragon who you had done a favor for previously. And after some convincing arguments and the promise of a whole lot of gold, convinced him to kind of run distraction on Dragonspear Castle while you tried to ascertain and possibly steal the box back from the Leviathan. It went maybe not quite as planned.
It's a matter of opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the dragon began laying siege to the castle, which did indeed get the Leviathan's attention. Unfortunately, the dragon either didn't take the situation seriously enough or just thought he was too hot shit and saw an easy kill on a couple of trolls. Went down to slash him, and up from the water got bitten in half by the Leviathan. Hey, Liz.
Hello.
We're just recapping. Thinking quickly, you all swooped in and claimed your loyalty and service in protecting the castle from this evil, now dead dragon, and did manage to convince the Leviathan that you were there to serve him, and that the dragon was sent from the two black dragons to the north in an attempt to move into his territory. With some good arguments and some good rolls, convinced the dragon to give the box back so the wizards could aid in their quest. And after regurgitating a black dragon, a whole lot of goo, and the box on Slorth, you were all able to kind of gather yourselves up and teleport corpse and all and goo and everything into the teleportation circle inside Blackstaff's tower. As the magic fades, you find yourself in a simple but almost quaint-looking kind of large chamber with this slowly fading, glowing teleportation circle in the center. Around the outside, on the walls, are a series of magically lit torches, and you can see kind of, not arcane in nature, but a very just kind of what's the word I want? Just aesthetic design to the stonework of this room, as lines kind of interweave in different patterns as they go throughout the stone.
You say stonework?
Yeah, the walls are made of stone.
That's my cue for stone cutting check. It's because I have the skill, and goddamn it, I'm gonna roll it.
Sure, make a check.
Stone,
you say?
Yeah, 13.
Okay. You kind of drip your way over to one of the walls and look at it a little bit. It appears to be onyx. But you can't really ascertain the source of it. It's very, very pretty and unique looking. You're not sure if it's been mined or created or how exactly or where it came from.
Okay. Can't tell the make of it or by the designs if it's like elvish or...
Nope. Can't quite tell.
I look at it, tap on it. A stone. Definitely stone.
Looking around the room, you don't see any other adornments or furniture or anything. You do see one door.
Just to get an audio check, Liz, can you hear us? And can you say something?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, the room looks the same as the last time we were here, right?
Have we teleported here before?
You've never been in this room before. This is your first time teleporting to Blackstaff's tower.
She brought us up here to learn the circle.
No, she
She
drew
drew it.
the circle.
Didn't she?
for you.
Did she draw it? Okay.
Currently does Dadrios, and I think most of us got the true sight on, right? It said it lasted for an hour. Did we spend more than an hour getting...
You cast it right before all this happened. I'd say you still probably got about 15 minutes left on it.
Would true sight give us any hint if there's like hidden magical tripwires or...
Make a perception check.
I will. That's not good. 15.
Okay. You look around the room. You know that with True Sight, you'd be able to see hidden doors or invisible items or objects or creatures or anything like that. You don't see anything in this room, but looking around, you do feel like the lines in the wall kind of move with you a little bit. It's very, very subtle. Like if you kind of move to one side of the room, all the lines seem to just barely, like a couple inches, shift that direction. And same thing, you move back, they all kind of shift back the other direction.
I go through the door.
Okay. It is a it is a just a thick wooden door. It's not locked or anything. You try the handle, it opens. Nothing explodes in your face, thankfully, and there is a descending staircase in front of you with seemingly no other path to go.
I imagine it just opens into like an empty space and she falls into sand
Yeah.
like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, puppy. I go down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah. I follow.
Okay. Are you leaving the dragon in the room?
No,
What
we didn't
dragon?
take the whole thing.
Yeah, we did.
You
I
did.
thought
You took both
we
halves.
definitely did.
Oh.
We definitely did.
There are two.
Because we're going to
bloody,
raise
destroyed halves of
dead
this
him,
body.
because it's all our fault he died.
Well, you never know who's going to show up, so we probably shouldn't leave two big hunks of dragon.
I will
there.
say, y'all have already made a huge mess in this room between the oozing dragon and Slorth just dripping bile and goo everywhere.
I'm sure he's got some invisible servants or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, whoever makes their way downstairs, is you walk down the stairs and it's a kind of surprisingly short trip. It's almost like a spiral staircase that only goes down one flight, and then you find yourself with another door.
Through.
I open that door too.
All right.
She's so brave.
The stairway itself was not lit, but enough light was streaming in from the room above that you could see. As soon as you open the second door, you're immediately washed over with light, and you see Marishta sitting in the little welcome lounge, and she jumps up with a start, looking over at you. She's like, "Oh, goodness, that door just materialized! Oh,
Son of a bitch! Don't do that.
yeah, you just scared the crap out of her." You see her sitting in the lounge with all four mages, 4, 5, however many mages, laying comfortably. Blackstaff, you notice, he has a blanket and a pillow where the others don't.
Burn.
But yeah, she's sitting in there with the mages. Seems like she was checking on them at the time of your return.
I kind of walk in, just look at the area. I'm kind of like, yeah, like just dripping still, and look over, and I'm like, can I get a hug? Can I get a hug?
She just, like, wrinkled nose recoils from you, and she's like, oh, wow.
You want some Leviathan bile
Did-
for your research?
Yeah, you've never been puked on by a
Did it-
Leviathan?
Did it eat you?
Yeah, it tried.
It ate the
Let me tell
dragon.
He
Wait,
thought he could,
what dragon?
but I But I gave him one of these, and I throw some punches. A little bit of goo goes
She
flying.
kind of like recoils more and like seems to like try to protect Blackstaff a bit with the blanket.
She like does the reaction shield spell to block the goo from hitting her. No.
You also smell terrible.
Oh yeah. It's all right.
I mean, worse than usual.
Yeah. I need to go roll in the dirt.
It's like, okay, well, she kind of like does a head count. It's like, well, you are all here. That's a good sign. Were you successful?
Oh yeah. We got the stuff.
So let's put their stuff back on them.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm wearing. Oh wait, I did have a necklace.
Do they have a sink or something? You want to rinse that off first? Or you just slap it back on them?
Nah. I'll put it on with the goo.
Which wizard do you put the gooey necklace
And I'm like,
on?
he's got some
Ashley
on
has
his cheek.
alcohol or something. We can at least disinfect it.
It's just wine.
Say
I mean,
again?
there's.
My only alcohol is wine.
Oh.
It probably smells better
wait,
than.
no, I have that dragon whiskey too.
You do.
Probably smells better than me.
Look, there's no rush, right? Maybe we just go clean everything up first and do the laundry.
Okay, well, I ask her. You said her name a second ago, but I forgot it.
Marishta?
Yeah, Marishta.
Mhm.
I was like, "Do you know how to return the souls to the body?"
Well, I mean, I can try some stuff. I don't really know what I'm dealing with here, so it would take some investigation for sure.
Okay, so how likely is it that we open the box with their souls and the souls just float off into the sky and they're dead?
She looks like concerned. She's like,
We tried opening it before and it didn't work, right?
you weren't able to open it before. She's like, well, I didn't think about that until now, so thank you for that. But if their souls are bound to an object, in theory, if you release the souls, they should return back to their body. They have a...
I thought normally when you release somebody's soul, that was like them dying.
Well, if you release it by like removing their head, yes. But if the person is still alive but separated from their soul, then the soul it's like a magnet trying to reconnect to the body.
Is this going to be like one of those shows where like we open the souls and they go to like the wrong person, and then it's like just a comedic like Benny Hill music going after that, trying to get the right soul to the right person?
You never know.
I've seen this episode before. I know how it ends.
Whoever gets Blackstaff's body is like, woo!
Just start shooting lightning bolts from my fingers,
Just finger gunning lightning.
which I can oddly do already, but it's more fun if I get that.
Okay.
All right, I put my necklace like on a tray that materializes.
There's plenty of desk and counter space that you could set it somewhere.
I close the door we came out of, and then I think bathroom, and then I open the door again.
So, the moment you close the door, it actually dematerializes in your hand.
We took the dragon. Yeah, we took the dragon out. Yeah, that wasn't a question. We did take the dragon with us. I
Um.
guess now there's two. Now there's four disensouled bodies.
Okay,
Two
so
halves of the dragon.
if you want to take the dragon downstairs, this is like a normal like bedroom doorway sized door.
He's already lubricated.
So
we could just leave it there and let Blackstaff deal with resurrecting them.
before you close the door, you have your arcane sense, and your DM tells you the door is probably going to vanish when you close it. So if you want to do something with the dragon, you should probably do so before that point.
Yeah, let's bring him out.
How are you getting the dragon downstairs?
Okay, this is a door that materialized. It can fucking grow.
It can probably do a lot of things. When
I look at I look up at the room. I'm like, all right, magic, make the door bigger.
Make an Arcana check.
Making Arcana check. That's a +0. It's gonna go good. Boom, 12.
The door does not seem to react to you.
Let's just leave the dragon body.
In the room for it to dematerialize whenever we close it?
I assume that everything that Blackstaff owns does not just wink out of existence every time he leaves a room.
He forgot his wallet in the room. It's gone. Shit.
Can you imagine how inconvenient that would be?
It'd be really
Every
nice.
room in your house, just
if you had
everything ceased to exist.
like if you had a toilet that was a dimensional hole that like every time you got off the seat it just disappeared, think of the money you'd save.
Are y'all having any of this conversation out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Mersta raises her hand and goes, "Okay, couple of points. There's a dragon upstairs,
Oh,
Well,
it's
there's two halves of a dragon.
right? Okay.
he's not doing good.
Well, from what I understand about this tower is, there are various rooms that go all the way to the top, and the doorway, like you came through, is more like a portal to the various rooms. So if the portal closes, the room and what's in it is still there.
Yeah, he'll be fine. We'll explain to Blackstaff that he owes his soul to the dragon. He'll go raise dead the dragon or whatever, and we all move on with our lives.
I agree.
I don't
I'm gonna
think he's going to resurrect a dragon. Just
Yeah.
for the record.
The dragon's on
What?
me. I'm
Why
gonna
not?
reincarnate it.
Does he have no sense of responsibility to those who gave their lives saving him?
To evil dragons. No?
Who said it was an evil dragon?
I mean, you killed it, so
No,
we
the Leviathan killed it.
I look at her, I was like, I didn't bite it in half.
she's like, you know what? I don't need to know anymore. But if you leave, she kind of pinches the bridge of her nose. If you leave a dragon corpse in the teleportation circle room, it will stay there. For when
We did at
Whitestaff
least-
wakes up and finds a dragon corpse in his teleportation room.
Well, we'll tell him it's there. He's not gonna find it.
I doubt that's the weirdest thing he's ever found in this teleportation circle room.
She,
And for the record,
Really good point.
we dragged it at least out of the circle so it wouldn't, be in the next person that teleports in's way.
So it's like,
God,
some diplomat bamfs in like waist high dragon goo.
just imagine the pranks.
it's like clumped up at the bottom of the stairs, just mashed up against the wall.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
You know. So I think we put all their stuff aside.
So hold on, real quick. You're telling me we can't squeeze this half dragon through the door?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying how are you going to do it? I'm just asking what you're going to do. Are you just going to
Well,
try to like force it through the door or what?
I mean,
Because you've got the door and an enclosed flight of stairs. If you want to just try to muscle it down, you can try. I'm just asking what your plan is.
I'm gonna summon 15 boars, have them eat it, and then go and puke it up outside.
If that's your plan.
I mean, you could cut it up more. It's already in two pieces.
I can also
What's
see
a
how
few more?
I can also see how that would go wrong. You try to resurrect the dragon and you just get another boar because it's so mixed up.
Whoops.
Huh.
That was something else he ate.
We just leave it.
Alright, we'll leave it for now.
Okay.
Alright, I put my necklace on a tray.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we should all give back our stuff. So I give back my very.
You'll just kind of pile up all the stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Everything being returned.
Here, I give back a cloak.
Yeah, Ashling, are you surrendering the cloak, Ashling?
Yes.
Okay. So be sure to remove it from your inventory.
And the robe. The robe
I
of the
think-
Magi.
I think one of y'all had boots, and someone had the robe.
Yeah, Ashling had the robe.
Yeah. I forget who all took everything.
I'm
Were the
gonna.
boots? Didn't we buy the boots from, or did we buy something? What did we buy most recently? Because didn't we drop a bunch of money for something?
At the Gilded Quill, he offered you a pair of boots of spider climb.
And that's
but
what it was.
I don't think anybody bought them.
Well, I did take one of the stones off him. Okay, tell you what. I haven't used it yet since this rest. I'm gonna cast Identify on the door, or like on part of the house, because if it works and my head doesn't explode, I learn its properties and how to use them.
Okay. So you're just casting it on the door?
I mean, it's part of the house, so I assume it doesn't really matter. The door is what I want to learn how to use.
Okay.
Or
Sure.
the door system.
Yeah.
He can slap my hand later if he wants.
No, that's fine. You can do that. You can learn about it. So you learn it's pretty much. Yeah, no, you'd get enough out of this. You make an Arcana roll. You still learn, but I want to just see, like, you might get some extra if you roll well, or not. Okay, that's fine. You'll still get the base.
I was about to say, I learned exactly how to use it. It doesn't say you learn some shit.
Well, I know, but you are in a magical tower controlled by a powerful mage who, had you done well, you might be able to make extra assumptions about things. But anyway, it's kind of like Mercer described. It is a door that can be summoned by Blackstaff. You learn from studying this door that this door specifically has a trigger that if someone arrives in the teleportation circle, say a guest of Blackstaff, the door automatically is summoned to lead whoever arrived down into the waiting area. It then, once closed, goes away unless, someone else is coming down. It can be resummoned or changed or anything like that, but only by Blackstaff. It's kind of a one-way entry portal. So whoever shows up at the tower is led down to the lobby and waited to be greeted. Or burned alive, if that's the case too.
Okay.
So what are y'all doing?
Let's so we put all the stuff back. So how do we get the souls out of this box? I'm gonna take another look at, like, if I can pick the lock.
What if you just grab the box and you just start like slamming it on their chest until something happens? Just kind of force insert it in there.
I cut scene to, like, I'm holding Blackstaff's mouth open and, like, someone's, like, stepping on it.
Rygnerik,
Trying to put the box in.
looking... Make an investigation check.
11.
That's fine, you got over 10. So looking at the box, there actually is a keyhole on the box, but you kind of peek in there and kind of poke at it with the tool. The keyhole itself seems to be decorative. It does not seem to be what's holding the box closed.
Are there, like, hinges I can remove to, or anything like that?
You can try. There's hinges on the back of the box. You gonna try to remove them?
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that there'd be, like, easy to slide out pins on the hinges or something, or screws holding them in.
I'll let you roll your lockpick. Roll lockpick to see if you can kind of jimmy the hinges out of the things.
Shoot, I always forget how this lockpick weirdness works, because it's not a skill, right?
D20 plus Dex plus your proficiency modifier.
Yeah.
Isn't it double proficiency because you are proficient with it?
So,
No, just by being proficient with the kit is what allows him to add his proficiency modifier. Otherwise, it would just be D20 plus Dex.
So 19.
Okay, so you get your tools out, and you can see the pins on the back of the box aren't too terribly complicated. You find kind of a narrow tool, and you slip it to one side, and you find a little hammer, and you kind of tap on it and tap the pins out on one side, and then you kind of do the exact same process and tap the pins out to the other side and kind of jiggle it, and the box does not open.
The keyhole's decorative. The pins are decorative. The whole box is just decorative.
Is the box like magically sealed? Can you identify it or anything?
I did identify it in the house, and he said the box is not magical.
No, the box is magical. It is blocking your identification with some method.
Well, I'm just saying what you told us in the house when I'd identified it.
You were prevented from identifying it by some magic of the box.
Yeah.
Are you...
Marissa, you want to take a try at identifying the box?
Yeah, she... Let me bring up her character sheet real quick. Let me see what she can do. She takes the box from you and she starts looking over. She's like, "Well, it's definitely closed by magic." And she tries to cast Identify as well and gets kind of like shakes her head a little bit. Let me... Yeah, her Arcana's pretty good. She looks over a sec. She's like, "There seems to be more than one spell or something on this box. The first one is, if I had to guess, I don't know for sure, but seems to be some kind of protection spell of some sort that makes its properties more enigmatic. Something's keeping... There seems to be a spell that's blocking Identify, basically."
Can we dispel it or drag it into like a circle of anti-magic or something?
She's like, "Yeah, that's an option."
I want to roll before that insight on her to see if she's being purposely vague.
Go for it. Roll
If
insight
she
check.
knows more about this than she's saying. 21.
All right. Nope, she's being completely honest. She's never seen anything like this before. She can't identify it either, but is making an educated guess that there is a spell that's preventing Identify on the box. Looking through her spell list real quick.
So... You know, does anybody have like a can cast a spell or
I can.
anti-magic-y stuff?
I just don't have anything like that up right now. I'd need to,
Yeah, same.
I
need to
don't.
take a little nappy nap.
She kind of pipes up. She's like, I don't have Dispel Magic. It's a high level spell, and we shouldn't do it in here, perhaps. But
Dispel in the giant magical tower.
yeah, no, not that. I could create a kind of an area of anti-magic.
Oh wait, I do have it equipped. Never mind.
Yeah, well, that works too.
Do it without asking.
No, I'll wait.
Be gone.
But that would be maybe a last resort.
So what do you have equipped?
Dispel magic.
Oh,
So let's go with what we know. The lizard lich, and his buddies took these 4 wizards to the house. And they went downstairs and performed a blood ritual where the souls were, I'm guessing, taken, put in the box. And then they leave the box in the house and take the bodies with them to their location.
yes.
Does that sound like a correct memory of
Yeah, that's pretty
more
much
or
it.
Yeah.
less? Required a bunch of blood probably to do. There's at least 2 dead lizards where the ritual was done, right?
There was one super dead one on the ritual circle itself, and several dead
One
lizards throughout the house.
I mean, I assume the box is covered in blood right now, like half,
It's
dragon blood.
it's covered in a lot of stuff right now.
There's like a French fry sticking out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, so with casting Dispel Magic inside of your Be Safe?
Yeah, because that's more of a targeted spell as opposed
Okay.
to just a giant field of anti-magic.
So why don't we have the bard, chant on Dadrios?
Another thing is
Go-
I can
go-
only cast it at 3rd level, so if it's higher than that, it still won't do anything.
You have to make a check, is what it is.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I think we just have, the bard like cheerleader for you, and then you go try it.
Sounds good to me.
I think you can do it.
Hey, thanks.
And
Thumbs up.
with those rousing words, at a D8 is what you're at now, Ashley?
Yes.
Yeah, so you get a D8 of inspiration die. You can choose to use it if you like. So you're gonna cast Dispel Magic on the box?
Yes.
All right. Roll a D20 and
Hold on.
Okay.
I was going to see if I had something to give you advantage on that.
Sure.
But I don't on me, so... Sorry, continue.
I will say, one sec. Okay, never mind. It's not for a check. Okay, so Dadrios, roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier, which is 2.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Nice.
then, do I even need to add the D8 to that?
Oh, please do.
It's a crazy box. Why not?
Yeah, we don't know what level the spell
Yeah.
was. I mean, technically, 19
So,
should break it.
So
It
26.
could
Yeah.
be an epic spell.
So you concentrate on the box, you kind of hold out your hand and grip your holy symbol, and you kind of feel a warmth spread out through your holy symbol, through your body, as you reach forward and this light starts coming from your hand. You feel the inspiring words of your nearby bard chanting you on and telling you your butt looks good and that sword is so cool, and you feel really good about all that.
The butt really does look good, though.
hey, thanks.
As everyone kind of gathers around and watches, a moment passes and it seems like nothing's happening. And Dadrios, you start to feel discouraged, but then you remember, my butt does look really good in this armor, and you give it that kind of extra pulse of light, and you all watch as this kind of purple shimmer surrounds the box and starts cracking, and cracks form all around of it, and it makes this silent shatter, and
I grab a net.
whatever spell seemed to be on the outside of this box falls away.
Before we open it, can I identify it again?
Yes, you can. You cast Identify on it, and this time are successful. This box does not have a name, as it was created by the Lich for this purpose. It is a phylactery for the Lich, as well as a type of soul canister, which you kind of knew that part already. But one thing you didn't know is that in addition to whatever Dadrios just dispelled, a curse has been placed upon this box to never be opened.
But it's gone now.
No, the curse is still there. Whatever was stopping you from identifying the box is gone. But
Do
the
you
box
want
is
to take a
still
nap so I can
cursed.
also equip Remove Curse?
It's not going to remove itself.
I know,
Do I
but
learn any?
I just need to take a nap first.
Do I learn any properties about how to use the box?
You know that it was created through a necromantic soul harvesting ritual, again, which you probably already guessed. You do know once the curse is removed, the box will be destroyed. Or if the curse is removed.
Can we just destroy the box? Like, it's cursed to not open. Is it cursed to not smash into a million
You
pieces?
can try.
Yeah, magic-y people, I guess curses don't cast as magic. You can't just dispel it again.
No, Dispel Curse or Remove Curse is a separate spell.
Yeah, curses are a different form of magic.
We asked Homegirl if she has anything for removing curses, and I do fill everyone in on what I found out about the box.
Okay. Oops, that's not the right sheet. homegirl, as of this moment, does...
I guess I could call her the fifth best wizard in the city, but homegirl seems better.
Look at that. She actually does have Remove Curse.
Hot damn.
Okay, but before we do that, I've got a quick question.
Yep.
So this is a phylactery, right?
Mm-hmm. It
Now, how
seems
do
to be some kind of variation of one, but yes, it is one as well.
So how do phylacteries work?
Are you asking your players or your DM?
I'm asking the players.
Okay.
This is an in-person conversation.
Okay.
So Slorth brings out a Harry Potter DVD set.
Okay. So the Lich we killed earlier, is he going to appear here? Like, if we don't destroy the box right away.
Guess that would depend if it's his phylactery. I mean, he created it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's his soul that's guarded.
Do we know how long it would take him to appear? Okay.
Arcana check, see if we know.
Sure, make an Arcana check.
15.
Okay. Give me a history check too, just to kind of cross-reference your memory and see how much you can get.
Well, that is going to be a big old +0 again.
In fact, everyone roll history
Okay.
to see if any of y'all have heard or read anything about this kind of
So
thing.
my 15 gave us nothing. Gotcha.
No, you're gonna get something out of that, but I'm giving you a chance to get more.
Man. I guess it shows I've been living in a forest.
Oof. How about you, Aisling?
Hey, wait, is a polar bear? Did he teleport with us? How did he get through the door?
So, it took him a while, actually. He had to squeeze, like be subject to the squeeze condition, and it took him several long minutes and was very uncomfortable.
And our ponies?
You didn't have any horses with you, I don't think.
How did we get there? We had ponies. We had four horses, one of which I tried to feed the dragon whenever the polar bear was summoned.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about your horses. So, in addition to all of you standing in this lobby, there are also 4 horses and a polar bear, or 3 horses and a polar bear.
Horse poop everywhere, polar bear
you
poop
did have 4,
everywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of cramped in this room, and Marishta is pretty sure she's fired.
I'm gonna tie the horses up outside.
Okay.
Good man. And the polar bear?
Sure, if it will follow me.
I can just unsummon them if it's more convenient right now.
Just be like, hey, panda, get on outside. Go
Yeah.
chill. Go graze.
Go watch the horses.
Uh-oh. We watch with our eyes, not with our teeth.
Num 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 num. Aisling, are you there?
Yes, sorry, I had to step away from the computer for a sec.
You're fine. Give me a history check.
I'm still stepped away. Can someone roll +3 for me?
I'll roll it.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can roll any better than you guys.
Impossible.
No, apparently
Told you.
not. Okay, so from your Arcana roll, you know that just from your knowledge of how magics work, you know that a lich is going to resurrect, and it's probably going to be very close to the phylactery. You are not sure when that might happen, though.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea. Let's take this box down to the casino prison area. Don't remember why.
Because they have an anti-magic thing going on.
Because all magic goes void when we walked in there.
You would know this, being a magic caster. That would not affect curses.
Fucking shut up. Okay,
Well,
cool.
so, he said she has Remove Curse memorized. Let's just cast it and move on.
She has Remove Curse.
Go for it.
All right.
That does destroy the box, though.
That's
Okay,
fine.
so-
I mean, we can Can I pry out some of the jewels first?
Sure, make a strength check.
No,
Let's-
I'm okay.
Do we know what destroy means? Like, if it just falls apart, you might get the jewels afterwards.
I don't want your goddamn cursed jewels.
Oh, come on. I'm always happy to give y'all cursed items. So, Mershta...
Wait, do we need to inspire her too? Does remove curse have a dealy whopper?
Dealy Whopper.
It does say the Dealy Whopper clause. Oh, okay, before you answer that, the problem is
Sure.
you're going to have to make Liz say something nice about Marishta, who she's already out ends with because they both like Buff Mage. So, like, she'll be like, your shoes are horrible. And that's like, ooh, that's a negative D8 instead of a positive D8.
She just has to inspire her. It just has to be like, I really, really hope you save them.
You're the fifth.
And the curse backfires on you in the process.
Thankfully...
You're the fifth best mage in the city.
It occurs to me that because everyone here is a man, none of y'all have gotten a pep talk from a drunk girl in a bathroom.
You don't know that.
Surprisingly, I have actually.
I've gotten one from a guy before.
I can inspire anybody despite my feelings.
So,
It's not about love.
either way, remove curse does not require a roll. It's just something she can do. So, you can still cheer her on if you want, or you can, stab her in the back later if you want to.
Before we do, are they all of the jewels? They're all jewels on it, right?
Mhm.
There's not anything that's non-jewel on it, like no little stones.
Make an investigation check. Kind of look it over and ascertain the nature of
Did
everything.
I get Rygnerik's like, hey, Rygnerik, these all gems to you, and them look like stones.
Sure.
Roll with advantage as you both kind of look over it.
Go do it, Rig.
Or just, get a 20. Looking over it, there don't seem to be... I assume you're looking for, like, magic stones, like the one you saw, like the couple you have.
Yes.
You don't find anything like that. It does seem to all just be really ornate-looking jewels embedded within the box. Gems and diamonds and things like that.
That does put the idea in my head of when this Lich was designing it. He's also, like, having a good time, like, bedazzling his box.
It's totally bedazzled.
Glue guns and, like, the little lick sticker gems for it.
You do notice as you're kind of inspecting the jewels, the gems themselves look kind of strange, almost like they don't look fake necessarily. They look real as far as you can tell, but it's like they were used in a spell, like as a spell component. They look almost like they have kind of a less shine, like if Jim could have life, it looked like the life was drained out of them.
Like whenever you burn a CD and like write to a CD, it's got like
kinda.
a shade done. Yeah.
They all look kind of like the joy has been sucked out of them.
What man would have you now? And I throw the box away.
Okay.
Mercer's like, am I removing curse on this now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So she sits on the couch and kind of sets the box on the little coffee table in front of her, and she holds her hands out and she closes her eyes and begins speaking some arcane words. And you can see the box turns kind of a greenish, kind of like a dark greenish hue, and it looks almost like the metal is corroding on it. It gets that kind of like rusted corrosion look as she's casting it. As she releases the spell, the box shatters, and I need everyone to make a dex save.
Woo! Man, should we have played some pranks on the mage bodies before they woke up? Like put their hands in some hot water? Dex +1. 15. Man, I've rolled like 8 15s in a row. What the shit?
Rygnerik, is that a 21 for you?
Yep.
Aisling, you want me to roll for you?
No, D&D Beyond isn't rolling for me anymore.
Aww.
I think it updated because when you click on the things, it doesn't roll it. it tells you what they mean. It's like, I don't
Really?
need to know. I don't need to know what dexterity means.
Mine are rolling.
Are you clicking on the number or on the word?
I'm trying all of them.
Where the number still works for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want me to roll for
Okay.
you?
yes, please. It's a 3.
Oh, +3. Okay.
Yes.
Me and Dadrios are 15 buddies.
Yeah, funny because I rolled it again on D&D Beyond and I got a 23.
Okay. Well, I rolled the exact same thing as last time, which is unfortunate for you. So,
Oh,
Ashling, you and Marishta take 5 points of piercing damage as these shards, just metal shards of just broken jewels in metal, and just every part of this box explodes out violently. Dadrios, Rygnerik, and Slorth, you take 2 points of piercing damage.
I die instantly.
No, I just completely dodge out of the way.
Yeah, you just dope rogue shit out of the way.
Then I'm like, did you not see that coming?
As,
Dies.
as you all kind of like recover from flinching from this rather violent reaction,
I didn't flinch. I took the shards like a man.
thankfully your beard was there to block most of them.
Just imagine 2 points of damage.
Owie, 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 owie.
Ow, 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 ow.
As you look at the space where the box was, you see this kind of glowing white light that slowly shrinks and dissipates and then vanishes.
I imagine that 2 damage for Dadrios is right on his eye.
So was that good or bad?
I look at the mages.
So you check the mages. Nobody's like leaping up and dancing yet, but as you kind of inspect them, are you just looking at them? Or are you going to do anything with them? What?
I'm checking to see if their vitals are the same as before or different.
Okay, make a medicine check.
+4. Hey, chance for me to roll low and still do bad.
Also, which mage are you checking?
Well, the only one that matters. Let's be honest.
Blackstaff?
Yeah, 13.
Okay. So you kind of lean close and you're inspecting him, and you kind of reach down. You put a couple fingers on his neck, feeling his pulse. You feel his pulse is still steady and rhythmic. He's breathing, and you're kind of looking at him, and you look up at his face, and his eyes are open, and he goes, "Can I help you?"
Like, Blackstaff?
Yeah. Slorth, was it? I believe.
Kind of a half insulted he didn't wake up and hug me.
That being
Right,
said, before he can react, Marishta hits him with a hug. She's like, "Oh, I'm so worried." He's like, "Oh, Marishta, hello, ow, oh, very, very sore all over." And as y'all look around, the other mages are kind of like blinking and kind of sitting up a little bit and just like rubbing.
I
their
immediately go up to, is it Tamar?
head. That's one of them.
I immediately go up to Tamar and I'm like, you doing okay there, lad?
He kind of blinks at you several times, and he looks at you like confused, like he doesn't know who you are, like when you just woke up from a deep sleep and someone's in your face, and you can kind of see his brain like take a few minutes to kind of click back into place, and he blinks a few times, and he's like, "Oh, Slorth, right?"
Hey, lad, I got something for you. And I hold up the little vial of basilisk bile.
That
It
was
is bile, right?
that was-
Basilisk oil.
Oil.
that was Sidon that owed the oil. Do you go to him?
Which one? Okay, yeah, him then. Yeah, cartwheel over.
Yeah. Whoops, sorry,
mentioned-
flipped it.
Yeah,
Sidon's
all that-
looking at you, and he looks at that, and he's like, "Is that basilisk oil?
I wiggle my eyebrows at him.
Where are we?" And Blackstaff kind of sits up, and he's like, "Oh God, everything hurts. We appear to be in my tower."
Right, you should be careful. You've probably had some muscle atrophy from your soulless experience of the past couple of weeks.
Time to tell us the story of what you remember.
So I was busy fighting with my character sheet, but I also leap on top of Blackstaff. And I tell him, I'm so happy you're back. I did so much work rescuing you, and I'm so glad it all paid off.
I'm glad you're both happy.
Ooh, wow. That's a rough start there, buddy.
Well, if two people are on top of him.
You're supposed to say, hey, this is the kind of welcome I want.
It's like, and he kind of, like, pats you on the back, just, like, barely even aware of who you are and what the situation is, just kind of just, like, super groggy-like.
I imagine the first thing he does when he wakes up is quickly, like, and silently cast his little spell that makes his muscles look bigger. Like, whatever illusion shit he's got going, he's like, oh, here we go, I'm better now.
He doesn't seem to be casting anything yet.
I offer him a shot of dragon whiskey to help him wake up.
Oh god. And I'll send its soul somewhere bad.
He kind of sits up a little bit and looks down at it and doesn't even say anything, just takes it out of your hand and takes a big swig. And he's like, oh, God, where did you get that?
Dragons.
I know a guy.
I believe you, and he hands it back.
Oh, speaking of dragons, good segue. Excellent segue. In your stairwell from the teleportation room, which we now know, and I kind of nudge at Marishta, which someone told us, there's two halves of a dragon.
That valiantly gave his life to save your souls.
I'm taking care of the dragon. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll need him excavated from the room, and I'll need the body put somewhere I can do something with it in a little bit. When you're up. Anyways, what happened? What do you remember?
He kind of rubs his temple a sec, and he looks at you and goes, hang on. And he snaps his fingers and goes, all right, that's taken care of.
Nice.
He finally kind of looks around at who's around him and kind of recognizes each one of you. And he pauses a minute looking at the polar bear like, okay, that's new.
Polar bear's like, hey, how you doing?
And is like, oh, I suppose you all
Actually, the Paladin should be new for him, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't met him yet.
Yeah, you're right. He's never met... Yeah, so he both pauses on Polar Bear and Dadrios and is like, all right, sure, you know? It's like, I suppose I have you all to thank for our rescue. I am
the
thankful
body,
for.
The body and the soul.
And for the fact that there is still a city here.
Yeah.
Twice over.
What happened with the city?
You don't remember the giant snake creature that was enthralling people?
Well, the snake creature was a distraction to, like, or something.
No,
well,
apparently they should remember it.
The city was under siege by a Leviathan until I valiantly told it off.
That's concerning. Good.
How about he
Good
tells
work.
us what he remembers?
Yes. There was something going on in the city. I was called to the castle for a meeting. On my way there, and he seems to be like struggling to remember. It's like there was, I believe there was a creature of some kind. I don't remember much after that. Next thing I remember, we, and he kind of gestures the other mages, were in the back of a wagon. There was an anti-magic field around us for most of the time, and we were bound and gagged. We traveled a long distance through a swamp of some kind. And he kind of like rubs his temple, like the events were obviously very hazy for him.
This is like The Hangover Part 7.
Yeah, pretty much like worst hangover ever. Just trying to and then we got pizza, and then I don't know.
woke up next to a fucking bugbear.
Yeah, there was a llama. I don't know where we got a llama from. Yeah, he's like, we passed several towers, and I believe Tamar was able to contact you. Which by being here, I can only assume he was successful. And after the towers, we began leaving a trail for you to follow, which thankfully you must have found and followed us.
Wait, hold up. What kind of trail was it? Because I specifically went out of my way to make sure I was looking for some arcane fucking markings. Was it breadcrumbs that these fucking frog things would eat?
So I'll just tell you what happened. You contacted them when they were at the Three Towers, or that's when they contacted you. From that point, moving north, they left a trail of just randomly enchanted items heading north. You did not go north. You teleported away to the town, past the swamp,
So this was after the house?
and made your way south.
Wait, how could they? If this was before the house, right?
No, they contacted. I can't remember exactly where y'all are at. The house is way south of the towers.
Yeah.
They lost their soul at the house.
Oh, let me bring out my map. It's been a long time.
So I mean, I'm just saying that if they must have contacted and left a trail to the house, but after the house, they would have been just husks.
And we walked to the house like normal.
Yeah.
Your DM may have a continuity problem, and don't worry about it.
I'm putting on my comic book guy T-shirt at the fucking conventions. I mean, like, actually, in the last episode.
So yeah, that's my fault and a continuity error on my part.
Right. They totally planned to leave a trail.
And didn't she used to be blonde?
Wait, that's not your voice actor.
Is that a Starbucks cup next to you right there?
Yeah.
There's no Starbucks here.
Yeah. So
Ashling has a Starbucks cup.
there were plans to leave a trail, but for various reasons, it was unsuccessful.
Maybe they dreamed they left a trail because they were just in Llama Land.
There you go. But-
Just, I imagine this wizard being like, yeah, and we left a trail for you, and we're like, no, you didn't.
pretty sure we did.
Fucking
No,
liar, no, you didn't.
Distinctly remember doing that the entire way. So that,
All right, so
that aside, sorry.
okay. Is there anything else they remember that's useful, or is it all just foggy mess between there after that?
They mentioned getting to the house, and encountering, among other things, that killed a few of the lizard folk that were with them inside the house. They were drugged down to the basement where one of the lizard folk was sacrificed, and his organs and blood and heart were used to create. They don't really know after that because they kind of woke up here after that point.
All right, so I want to fill in the gaps. Tell them how we got to the house, how we got their souls. Tell them about the Leviathan, how we had to give the soul box away, how we got the bodies.
Wait. You gave us to a Leviathan?
No,
Okay,
he's
first off-
misremembering.
First off, we didn't know your souls were in the box. We thought it was just a pretty box because I tried to identify it.
Wait. Shh. Slorth is misremembering this. This is not what happened.
She doesn't want you to know she's the one who gave it up.
And second off, you should be glad at the chance to temporarily sacrifice your souls to save the city.
It's true.
Huh.
So we fill in the blanks with how we got here, and I asked,
Sure.
do you know why the lizards would leave your souls in a box at the house and just take your bodies to the room or to the twin dragon ley line?
Well, that's easy. You never carry the phylactery with you.
Also,
So why leave it?
real quick.
Sure.
Do all of you betray me and tell Blackstaff that I fed his soul to a Leviathan?
I mean, something tells me Blackstaff is an ancient wizard that can probably sniff out some bullshit.
He looks pretty tired right now.
I'm a bard.
Hey, give me
We
a
can tell him.
Liz.
we
Give
can
me
tell
a
him.
perception or deception check.
Oh, she's
Let me
good
try
at
to
that.
bullshit. My deception is a 12.
Yeah.
23.
Good
You,
perception. Even I believe her now.
yeah, like
I
after,
was like,
Maybe you're right.
after Aisling gets done telling her side of things, the rest of y'all are like, "Wait, is that what happened?"
Yeah, shit, man. You're awesome.
Yeah, you're all kind of actually convinced and questioning your own stories now.
And then I'm like, but how'd the dragon get the box then, dude? I'm so confused.
Maybe he stole it in the night.
Yes, the Leviathan stole it from me. Thank you.
Sneaky fucker.
Anyway,
I pull out the little lie detecting, or the stone of truth. Is that true?
Yes.
Wow, right on. Okay, so
Now that we've cleared up that incontinuity.
after you kind of explain the whole situation of where the bodies were taken and just kind of everything that happened to them up to this point, the Blackstaff looks concerned, among other emotions.
horny.
Do you mention that you gave the egg to the twins?
That's not mine to mention.
yeah, we'll tell him that the twins stole the egg from us.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't actually give it a bone. It was that or die.
Okay, but I'm just asking if you included that in your report.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't mention it because that wasn't really my. I didn't even know what the egg was. Okay, I ask him point blank. Blackstaff, did you know there's a Leviathan that has a domain which this town is part of, and to the north is a domain of the twin black dragons?
It's like, well, I know of Vorak Hamanthar and his brother to the north. Yes, they mostly keep to themselves, at least prior to this event, and so haven't really worried about them. You don't usually go seeking out ancient dragons if they're not causing trouble. The Leviathan is news. We haven't had much contact with Dragonspear Castle or know the situation down there, which is why we originally sent Tamert to go, and I'm sorry, Tamar, which we all know how that ended up. So yeah, no.
Do you? Do you know how that ended up? Did we include that in our story?
Let's see. Did y'all?
Because by the time we came back from the trolls,
No,
shit had already
actually,
popped
yeah,
up and
y'all
it was gone,
didn't.
so.
Y'all never met back with Blackstaff after closing the portal. So do you feel him on that too?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, we haven't caught up in a while.
Yeah.
He definitely looks saddened by what happened with Tamar, but doesn't like. He agrees that you did the right thing. He looks kind of betrayed because it's one of his council that kind of stabbed him in the back over all this. Thank you for telling me about what happened to Tamar. We were concerned and wondering what happened. It's a shame that his path took him that direction.
And what's going on with Wild Lady?
Frankie?
Yes, Frankie.
Frankie.
Blackstaff has no idea. If you mention her, he'll say that she used to be a teacher there, but kind of went off on her own little tangent some time back. He hasn't seen her since.
I look at Blackstaff like, can you snap me some unseen servants to start cleaning this shit off me, please?
He shrugs and snaps his fingers, and I'll say True Sight is worn off by this point. You suddenly see like these rags kind of materialize and float over to you and start like dabbing and blotting you, and like 7 or 8 different rags just wiping you down from top to bottom.
I imagine if we still had True Sight, they'd be little beefcake boys and like little
I stabbed myself with the True Sight dagger.
little nut huggers, just like
They are vague formless, shapeless humanoid figures. You can mainly just kind of see a glowing silhouette of something vaguely person-shaped. They don't seem to have any real form.
Nice. I sit back and let my mani-pedi go on. I would have asked to summon me a little, like, pocket shower for me to clean up, but, like, still hear the conversation in.
I do have a bathroom if you'd like.
I'm good. It's like coming through my beard, the gunk and brains.
Shrugs.
God.
While y'all are kind of having this conversation, Sidon and Tiamat are kind of talking to each other and kind of just like consoling each other, and just seem to be talking quietly in the corner. Jalara, the female wizard, has been just kind of sitting quietly, rubbing her head, and as you glance over, she seems to like check her possessions and swear, but doesn't say anything other than that.
Wait, yeah, you broke up. Check her possessions and what?
Check her possessions and swear, but doesn't say anything other than that.
Is something wrong?
They took most of my items, it seems.
Like what?
Like what?
Oh, I had a magical dagger that was a family heirloom, and a few other artifacts on me.
Did the dagger let you see with true sight?
No, it wasn't anything like that. Why?
Okay.
Was it? You said it was magical?
Yeah, she had a magical dagger that was a family heirloom.
Okay, because we did a scan at the house and at the site. I guess they took it. They must have dropped it some other time, or do we have that?
It was taken off her at some point in time. You didn't find it along the journey. You don't know what happened to it.
Okay, I mean, well, she's a fucking wizard. She can locate objects.
Yeah.
I don't say that.
I mean, she will very likely make efforts to ascertain and reclaim it later, yes.
It'd be a dick thing in character. Oh, you're a fucking wizard. You can locate objects. Just roll my eyes.
Wait. When you find out where it is, let us know, because we may have been there and be able to tell you how dangerous the spot is.
She looks at you.
How likely it is that you were going to teleport in between two ancient black dragons is what I'm saying.
She nods to you. She kind of looks at y'all like she doesn't have a fucking clue who any of y'all are, but she's like, "Thank you, I appreciate that." Whoever you are.
I think Black
She is so confused right now.
I think Blackstaff would have told her about his champions, but whatever, it's fine. Barely remember my name.
No, right. We were the secret people that were supposed to be like hiding away with the egg before we,
Oh
I
yeah.
did not know we had an egg.
So back to that. When it is mentioned that the egg was given over to the dragons, Blackstaff is noticeably concerned, especially since there seems to be a magical ley line there as well. He's like, well, imagine they would have used our bodies to form through some dark magic, some kind of rudimentary power catalyst, but with the egg and a wealth of magic, I don't even know what they might be capable of this point in time.
Well,
probably anything.
Well, we did bury the lead, because to get your soul box back from the Leviathan, we had to use a bit of bending of truths.
Oh, I imagine it took some finesse, yes.
We convinced him that the dragons took your souls to make a play for his domain, and the black dragon that you just pushed into the garage was helping us.
It's not in the garage, but go on.
Into the den was helping us.
The black dragon's not there. You don't know where it is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He was assisting us in distraction. We were trying to get the box back, but he got taken, and we used that as part of the reasoning that the black dragons were making a move, because he is also a black dragon, as I'm sure you guessed.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the conditions that he gave us his souls back, and that we told him it was so you all could help us guard this realm from the twins. He wants us to go kill them.
That might be challenging.
Yeah. Yep. I thought so too. So,
Like challenging in general, or challenging for just us.
Challenging, if not impossible, even for me at this point in time.
That's not what.
I can tell you've had a nap. Or...
Had a nap?
Yeah, I can see you've had a little bit of gotten some rest, or
I think I've rested.
I think this point in time was a little more general than right this minute.
This point in time, as in now that they have the egg, and he knows that they have a big magic waterfall next to them.
during
Can
the
we go,
era
like-
of man.
So can we go like poison the water lake magic thing or anything like that? Like, is there a?
No, that would be like throwing a glass of water at the sun.
Dadrios is pretty strong.
I don't know, man. I think he could do it.
I'm sure you're very confident.
So, what was the deal with that egg? Because usually, like, an egg is like a pre-baby dragon, and pre-babies don't normally make you stronger. So,
He kind of
why is it a big deal they have it?
Protein.
looks around the room and, you know, like he knows who's in the room, but just kind of verifies that everyone in this room is either part of the, you know, magical council or someone he knows, except for Dadrios, which he's not sure about, but figures.
Don't trust
Don't
trust the polar. Don't trust the polar bear.
It's like the egg is an anomaly that came to us a very, very long time ago, even before my time. It is a dragon egg, as you imagine, but it's not only never hatched, it seems to amplify and protect magical sources, as well as its wielder, should it choose so. I've actually personally studied it for a long time, and it seems impenetrable for one, but for two, seems to be capable of granting longevity and healing, as well as protection from death. It actually came to us from the Highmoor, at least, like I said, this before my time, as legend goes. There's actually a book in the library in the House of Knowledge about it.
Isn't the Highmoor where Cantros was from, but he's escaped from something from there?
Correct.
Nice.
I believe it's a dragon's history, or the history of dragons, or something tells about it.
Okay, so completely unrelated note. The note that we got that with like Dadrios' symbol on it, did it have somebody's name on it? Or was it just
It just said
No.
the item is ready.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the item is ready, and then it had the symbol on it. Yeah,
Can we show him that?
sure. He looks at it.
There was a similar symbol in the forest by a goblin hut in a dark
He-
range.
He looks
I
at
don't
the
see that.
symbol and then looks at Dadrios and is like,
Demon!
"Okay, what item are you referring to with this note?"
Not my one.
We found that note on the Lich. It was on the Lich? On the
He-
whichever one.
Now he looks really confused at Dadrios and is like, did you defect from the Lich, or?"
I guess it depends on who you ask. We found him long before the Lich.
And he was working for the Lich?
He's
Alright.
unrelated to the Lich.
Okay, two
Then-
steps.
Then why did he give this note to the Lich?
He didn't get
No.
Okay.
We assume somebody else in his religious order was working with the Lich.
I start working on a flow chart. I start working on a flow chart on the wall. Like Lich on this side, Dadrios on this side, and no intersect between the two. For a
So,
smart guy.
so who gave the Lich this note?
That's what we're asking you.
We're trying to figure that out.
I have no idea.
Cool. Do you know anything about this symbol? Aside from that it's on a piece of paper in front of you and on this dude's armor, and don't ask about the religion, please.
I haven't dealt with anyone from this religion personally, but if I recall
But-
correctly, it's from some cult up to the north.
God damn it.
Ooh.
I think up in the old dwarven citadel, there's a cult with this symbol.
Ooh, don't use the C word.
I've resigned myself to it at this point. I don't even fight it.
But other than that, I don't really know anything about it. I'm sorry.
I show it to the other awakened wizards.
Everyone's awake at this point in time.
I mean, awakened isn't like I show it to the ones who are awakened now, who I haven't showed because I've already showed it to Marishta.
Oh,
I showed it to the other wizards.
Sidon and Tamart kind of gather around and they kind of shake their heads like, I've never seen this before. You walk up to Jalara and show it to her, and she kind of takes it from your hand. She's like, "Oh yeah, I know this symbol. I've read about this. This is an old religion. I don't actually think it's a cult. I think it's an established religion.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
or it could be a cult. I don't know.
Here we go.
I in the room, I kind of like inch closer, like,
And then she says the C word, and you just slump back down.
She kind of points to the 4 points and the crosses. She's like, yeah, oh, it's been so long since I read about this. I believe they have 4 kind of ideologies that they follow. It's like
I'm currently sitting backwards in my chair listening.
Where did that chair come from?
Earth, Wind, Fire, and Heart, right? Captain Planet?
I think
something
so,
like that.
yeah. Oh, I swear, I might have a book on this in my study. Or at least that mentions this.
I know who would love to go read about it with you.
Does it look like this?
What do you hold up?
I would assume I have a. I would assume I have. I would assume I have something, but I'm not sure.
It's either a Bible or a manifesto. One of the two.
You can have some type of holy book. Do you let her take it from you?
Sure.
She's like, oh no,
I
this
get
is
more.
fascinating. Can I keep this?
They're at all the hotels.
Yeah,
Open
I've been
the
putting them
drawer.
in all.
It's like, there's that cult again. She's like, can I keep this? This isn't the one I have. This is fascinating. I just have history books. This is a very old religion.
I pull out Ticker's book. I'm like, do you want this book too?
Tickers has a book?
So as you pull out Ticker's book,
I'm learning so much.
the book that y'all have had literally since the first session. Blackstaff actually like, oh, that's the book. The dragon book.
Was this the key?
I handed to Blackstaff. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah, a brief history of dragons. It tells where the egg came from in this.
But that belongs to Tickers.
Did we never read Tickers' book?
We tried to. It was in like a funny language.
No, it's in common. You've never tried to read it.
Well, I didn't know about it, so.
You have never once cracked open that book.
Wow, guys.
Right?
I thought we did.
I'm on the side with Dadrios, like, they never even showed me the book, man.
We had a book?
It has been riding around in Sir Smush's saddlebag, which I'll assume you have it with you for some reason.
Tickers reads it every night, like fucking
Book
of Eli.
All you've known about it is it's Ticker's favorite book.
He's the leader for a reason.
And Blackstaff goes, now that I think about it, I think that book got reported stolen a while back from the House of Knowledge. Ooh.
Yes, we're finding all sorts of stuff.
So don't let that nice turtle lady know you have that. I think she might be angry.
Well, we did save her life, so fucking pardon.
Sure.
Twice.
Yeah.
Can we have it back? Tickers will be very upset.
He'll hand the book back to you.
He's already pulling off scales and like he's got a little open sore from it.
Tickers is not with you.
Oh yeah.
He just knows in his mind.
Yeah, but somewhere he's just like clawing at his arm.
Yeah. All right, so let's go get a rest and can we touch bases in the morning?
Yeah, I think a rest would be very beneficial for all of us. I am not feeling well.
So, like, what do you got? Like a giant, like California king size bed up there for us, or are we all gonna separate places? Yeah, well, we'll go back to ours. That's fine.
I mean, would you like to stay? Like, he's doing that offering to pay at the bill, but like not actually want to. Things like, would you like to stay here in the tower for the night?
Oh, that's kind of to offer, but I got a girl.
Okay, fine. He agrees instantly.
we get ousted from the house. Okay,
Well, that's okay. We still need to drag the dragon body to a cleric and raise him.
I'm gonna do it.
You can't raise dead.
I can reincarnate.
But then he wouldn't be a dragon anymore, and he would hate us.
That's the okay. A, he's gonna hate us anyways. B, it's his own damn fault.
He
C,
shouldn't hate us. We saved his life.
Yeah, but
we will have saved his life.
He's also not getting treasure out of it.
He's getting the treasure of his life.
And he'll have his life, but he, as a non-dragon, he won't be able to hurt us nearly as much as a dragon.
Unless you end up reincarnating him as a Leviathan or something.
If that's
on the list, if that's on the list, I'll keep running the numbers and just reincarnate myself till I'm a Tarask. But yeah, I don't have the spell up right now anyway, so yeah, let's go take nappies, then come back and deal with that in the morning.
Okay, so y'all heading.
I like to imagine one of the wizards like wakes up from getting their soul back, looks around, just like nah, goes back to sleep.
So y'all make your way out of the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless anyone thinks of anything pressing to ask tonight.
The wizards all kind of stay behind to talk and probably have a little meeting about, hey, who dropped the fucking ball on this one, kind of thing. Is the vibe you get as you're walking out the door.
Not it.
I do introduce myself to Blackstaff, like shake his hand and all.
Okay, yeah, he
been meaning to do that. Sorry.
He's still kind of splayed out on the couch, but he does sit up and gives you a firm handshake. Even though he's not as buff looking as you're used to, he's still got some pretty good tone to him, and he gives you a real strong grip as he shakes your hand.
Wait till you see him tomorrow.
All right, sorry. I think I interrupted Liz. Sorry.
Go ahead, Liz.
Oh, sorry. I asked Blackstaff if he's feeling okay and needs someone to watch him tonight.
So, you barely get the sentence out, and Merch is like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay with him."
Meow.
Oh well.
I want to be like.
Cutting words.
That's cutting words.
She's done a pretty lousy job of protecting him so far.
Oh.
That's the cutting word.
The door's open and there's a bunch of students outside, and they're like, "Oh, where did y'all come from?"
No, that's exactly what I do.
You cast cutting words.
Don't you want someone who is actually capable of protecting you to hang out for the night?
Are you casting cutting words while you do this?
No.
All right. She's like, "No, I think I've got it covered."
What do you think, Blackstaff?
He kind of like is starting to catch on to what's going on here.
I wish this conversation was over.
Yeah, and is like, "Oh God, you know."
Wait.
Not again.
Nope, wait, I forgot I had a thing.
Do a thing.
I'm going to suggest
that
somebody...
Oh, whoa.
Sure. Let's do this.
Take a breather, because that is a spell that will attack someone.
No, it's not.
So go ahead. Who do you cast suggestion on?
Wait. I'm gonna look at exactly how it works.
I
Okay.
I meld into stone of the ground.
Everyone metaphorically does the same.
I'm going to suggest to Marista that maybe she should leave it to someone more capable of protecting him.
Okay, so this is wisdom.
Yeah, she has to pass an 18.
You are attacking her psyche.
I'll roll this public.
Who Rygnerik knows is more powerful than us.
She does not have a good wisdom and rolls a 2.
Impressive. You just cowed her.
Also,
How does she not have a good wisdom?
She is a wizard. They're intelligence based. I'm sorry.
You think that,
Oh,
but
actually-
I bet you Blackstaff's got like a +7.
Her stats are actually wrong on her character sheet, and I need to fix that, but we'll go with it for now. Yeah, I pumped it into charisma instead of intelligence like I was supposed to, because I'm stupid. But either way, she fails. She would have failed regardless of that, too. Make a sleight of hand check, because you do have a room full of powerful wizards watching you. So let's see if you can... She failed, but let's see if anyone else noticed that you cast a spell.
22.
Okay. So...
They're pretty groggy.
Yeah, they are pretty groggy.
I wish more of our battles were like this. Just petty and...
A whole campaign based on petty fucking shit.
Aisling, make a perception check.
This was her in high school. At the Bard College.
9.
Okay. Everyone make a perception check. Just see if anyone notices this.
26.
All right.
15.
11.
So, Slorth, as you're kind of watching this whole thing go down, you kind of... You know your bard, and especially when Marista, like, seems to kind of agree with what she's saying, you give kind of a glance around the other wizards, just kind of like, oh, you know? Nobody seems to react, except you notice Jalara kind of quirks a brow in amusement and seems to know what's going on, but doesn't say anything.
I like this one. I like this one.
She already had that.
Marista kind of like nods in agreement. Is like, yeah, no, that's a good point. Okay, yeah, okay. Good night, Blackstaff. I'm gonna head out for the evening. I think you're in good hands. And she gets up and walks out the door.
So I go up next to Blackstaff. I'm like, so you were suggesting I stay with him? Because I was gonna go hit up Kashiki.
Blackstaff's
Get the hell
like,
out of here.
how about everyone goes home for the evening, and we can settle whatever this is another time.
Whatever that was.
I am going to ban Gilf Mage, I swear to God.
But yeah, Marista is out of the room now.
Did you say Gilf Mage?
Gilf Mage.
Oh. Oh my. Alright. Well, that was fun. Let's go back home.
Okay, so...
Well, I guess
I blow him a kiss on my way out and tell him to call me if he needs anything.
He, like, nods and waves, kind of confused, concerned back, but doesn't seem repulsed.
That's a start.
better than you did with the dragons.
He didn't.
Yeah,
beat the
he
shit
didn't
out of
yeet
me
you
like
across the
Dragon
forest, so yeah.
Wing buffet you. Yet.
So y'all, as y'all hold out, head out, the mages do seem to stay back and have a meeting, all without Marista, apparently. She didn't get to take part in the meeting. And as you walk out, you see You kind of glance towards Mersha's house, and you see her just kind of zombie walking towards her house.
Hey, just for purposes, we've been gone only, a day and a half?
Like, since you left the town originally?
Since we teleported out.
Um...
Because we went there, and I know we had to. We talked to the goblin, then we had to ride, but we rested.
Oh yeah. Since then, yeah, you rested. It's been 1 day in the forest, then you rested on the road, and it's still that same day. So you've been gone. This is the end of the second day.
Okay. I'm just making sure I know how much time has passed.
Yep. Okay, you're all heading back to the. Go ahead.
Did I remember to leave food for Tickers and the dog?
They are staying at the Yawning Portal, where strict instructions to pamper them had been left.
I'm sure the dog's actually cooking food now since he's sentient.
Maybe, yeah.
It's got its own cooking show going on.
So I always wondered, people with service dogs that are able to like open the fridge and get stuff out of the fridge for them, how do they keep the dog from just going into the fridge whenever it wants?
Because their dogs aren't terrible like ours.
Well, there's a limit to a dog's willpower, even goodest boys. Surely. We give in to the temptation.
Okay, so is everyone heading back to the Yawning Portal?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you going? To Kashiki's?
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Okay.
Why don't you get that voice in your head before we start?
Well, howdy. Is there anything specific you want to do there, or are you just heading there for the night?
To me?
Yeah, Slorth.
Oh, check if anything's new. Probably take a shower. Smash. Usual.
Okay. I mean, we can just say you go off and have an evening with her, unless there was something specifically you wanted to.
I really wanted to try some experimental things I've been thinking of, like in the sack, so if we could just explore that for 30 minutes or so.
We're going to go ahead, and it's 7:30 now. We'll go ahead and spend the rest of the night exaggerately role-playing Slorth's weird dwarven sexual encounters.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So Slorth goes off on his own. The rest of you head back to the Yawning Portal.
I basically kick in the door and start calling for Shmush.
Okay.
And just saying, "Where's my good baby boy? Where is my smushy baby face?"
Aisling, as you open the door, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right on someone's face.
Oh no! God damn it!
Are we getting attacked by assassins again?
I think she's getting attacked by a dog.
Oh.
Or a small dragon.
I was getting attacked by Roll20. 16.
Okay. The moment you open the door, a large four-legged figure and a smaller two-legged lizard figure immediately tackle you. You're able to react fast enough to catch both of them rather than just get completely bowled over and tackled. But you are immediately greeted by Slorth and Tickers.
Smush.
No, Slorth. It's Slorth. That's part of the weird sexual things he was doing.
I'm there, surprise.
Sir Smush and Tickers immediately tackle you and just, like...
Dogberg.
Yeah, just... Smush is giving you just tons of licks, and Tickers starts giving you licks too.
I yell in surprise we're being attacked and throw a dagger at them.
Make an attack roll.
Die!
Are they surprised? Like, do I have an advantage?
Oh, God.
They are engaged with one of your allies.
You might one-shot Tickers.
So that's a 28 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
Roll damage.
And soap goes everywhere.
So, who did you throw it at? Tickers or Smush?
Tickers.
So, Tickers lets out this little yell as this dagger stabs in his side and compresses, and he takes 1 point of damage as red soap just explodes everywhere, just emptying the entire contents of the dagger. And he's like, and he points at you.
Hey.
How did you know he wasn't a threat? And you're like, yeah, I didn't know. You just grabbed the wrong dagger.
Yeah, you're like, oh crap, I grabbed the wrong. I mean, yeah. Okay, so you all make your way in the portal. As soon as you enter Rygnerik, Chess, the redheaded elf that works evenings there,
Chess.
who Ashling's friend, kind of jerks her head up from behind the bar and is like, "Oh, there you are. A message, a high urgency message came for you yesterday evening. Couldn't find you anywhere. But
You broke up after yesterday.
You must not have looked very hard.
Urgent message came for you yesterday evening. Couldn't find you, but we kept it on the counter. Figured you'd come back sooner or later. Here you go." And she reaches under the counter and hands you this small envelope.
Slorth isn't with us, or I'd asked him if it's like magically booby trapped.
I mean, you can make an investigation check to kind of just look it over in general. You can't detect magic, but you can look for like little triggers and stuff.
18.
You kind of investigate it real close, kind of very carefully open it a little bit. It doesn't seem to be trapped in any way.
Okay, let's read it.
Okay.
That's the hard part.
You open it up and you immediately recognize the handwriting of the woman who runs the nearby orphanage.
Uh-oh.
1 second.
Was it burned down?
Letter says, "Rygnerik, please come quickly. I don't know what to do. A man came by earlier saying that he was going to buy the land of the orphanage. He seemed very aggressive and said we had a very short time to move out. Don't know what to do. Please come soon."
Okay, I read that and I look at him and I'm like, "Quick, we need to go get Slorth. Something is horribly wrong."
You're gonna see some fucked up shit.
Do you go get Slorth?
Yes. He can't be that far ahead of us.
Oh, as soon as y'all turn, I'm a fucking I'm a fucking leopard.
Pretty sure he cheated it or hawked it or something over there. So y'all, who all is going to get Slorth?
I'll go with them.
Okay, Ashling, are you going with him?
I guess.
Okay. So
As soon as we start walking, I'm like, remember those ridiculous dreams we all had a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is coming true.
Oh shit.
As like the chill lounge music is still in the background. It really should be like dun dun dun.
As you get to Kashiki's place, everyone make Constitution saving throws.
I'm actually just finished bathing and she's just pampering me up now. It's not weird yet.
Yeah, so that's a 3.
Wow.
I don't jump right to it.
20.
My computer decided to restart without my consent.
Okay.
Someone roll for me. I'm sorry.
You're fine. +1. So, so as you walk in the door, Rygnerik, you all get an eyeful of 2 naked dwarves, one pampering the other. Ashling and Rygnerik weren't quite prepared for something like that, and you both take 1 point of psychic damage.
Aw.
Dadrios just goes, neat.
Nice. But we got something to talk
Nice.
to you about. But we have something to talk to you about.
I just stand up while she's still working on my beard, no shame at all.
Neither one of them try to cover up.
Yeah, just stand up like, what's going on?
Dwarves don't care.
What's wrong?
I'm like, well, remember those dreams we all had, like, last night or whatever it was?
3 nights ago.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yes. I just got a note saying that mine is coming true.
Alright, so to the orphanage, I believe?
You mean my...
Secret
no.
hideout.
Yes! My super secret
To the Thieves
thief
Guild.
hideout.
That's right. All right.
To murder McStabby's place.
We need to find out if the rest of our dreams are coming true also.
No time to waste then, and I run out the door.
I'm like, wait, just...
Slorth, come back! You don't got no pants on!
I could turn into a bear!
Then put pants on the bird!
I get dressed. Fine. Well, never let me roleplay naked.
Can't you, like, animal messenger someone at your place?
Oh, at my forest?
Yeah.
No, it's too far.
Yeah.
Too far.
I'd have to have it
I
at...
briefly consider the fact that if my whole family dies, I'm the only one that can inherit anything.
Just gonna red wedding the whole freaking Ashling lot.
That thought crosses my mind, and it ticks in my head for a little bit, and then I go, no, I'm chaotic good, I can't do that.
You do like your mom and your grandfather and a few other people there, too.
Unless...
Alignment change!
Okay.
Fix that now.
So let's go find out what's happening at my place.
Yeah,
Because right,
your
my
two
dream was
places-
that it burned down and somebody was buying it,
All right,
which is
we're
kind of
taking,
weird simultaneously.
taking the carriage?
Sure.
All right.
So the letter I got said that somebody was very aggressively trying to buy the place. So that's like... I mean, nothing bad has happened yet, it seems like.
Hey, Austin,
Yep.
if you had to do a quick gauge math at the distance from Waterdeep to my forest and over there by the mountain, how far would you say it was?
Oh, if we were using YAG, I could actually tell you.
I mean, you could bring up the map and I could, use my finger to see how many of these things it goes across.
I don't have a map. Let's see.
Where is it?
It is
on this map.
further up the river that goes to Daggerford. Damn it, I know the name.
Your forest name?
Yeah, I know it. I made it a point to know it.
Give me 1 sec. Let me.
It's like southeast of the Great Peak Mountains.
Yep. Come on. You are from Southwood. No, not Southwood.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's on the south side of the river. Because the one that's on the north side of the river was too scary.
Yeah, I think Southwood.
To Southwood?
It is.
I mean, that's about the same distance as Dragonspear Castle, right?
Everyone
from
bring it
where
up.
you're at, it's probably a little under 500 miles away, maybe like 400, 450. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Slorth, would you be able to summon, like, a carrier pigeon or something for me?
I can do Animal Messenger.
Doesn't that have a limit, though?
I mean, it can get... By default, it can go 25 miles. I can push it further if I cast it at a higher level.
Would I be able to send a message to my family's castle?
50 miles. I'm sorry, it's 50 miles.
50
I
miles?
feel like it's probably more than 50 miles.
It is more than 50 miles.
I thought it was at, right outside the city limit or something.
No, Ashling's from a little further away.
Oh, fancy. Yeah. I also didn't have Animal Friendship prepared because we were doing battle, so I won't be able to do that just right now.
Okay. Then I want to see if I can get a letter in the mail.
Well, I mean, so it'd be faster to just go hire a cleric to cast, like, message or something if we could.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's magic.
Magic is a thing in D&D.
Unlike Game of Thronesing it, like, shit, we need a raven.
Magic's a thing in Game of Thrones, too.
Yeah, but very very different. Can we stop by some place with a cleric on the way to check the orphanage?
There's nothing that you know of on the way to the orphanage.
Deep side out.
But you do know of a few clerics in town.
How about I run off to a cleric and then meet up with the rest of y'all?
So, I mean, the cleric would have to be familiar with who they're sending the message to, but your dad is, like, super famous and rich, right?
Yeah.
There's a chance he might know, or know of him at least.
So, would being famous in this world be, like, awful if people could just message you like that?
Well, yes, but usually practitioners of magic that get high enough level to do stuff like message are more disciplined people and know that if they harass powerful people, then powerful people can harass them. So.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I had scrying up. I scry on my home.
Yeah, that would do it. Do you want to scry on any particular tree, or just the home in general, or your old
Any
pooping
particular
land?
tree?
Or...
Yeah, bring me up a grid of millions of fucking trees in my forest, and
Well,
I'll
just,
tell you.
I didn't
which
know
one.
if you had a spot in
Favorite
mind.
tree.
Yeah, you know that one tree that has a branch kind of like goes a little wonky on the side.
Well, you could have like a favorite pond or the place you slept or something.
Uh,
I'm allowing you the opportunity.
In my dream, did I know where I was?
No. You just kind of landed in the middle
Random
somewhere.
spot in my wood?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then my usual place where I sleep, which we haven't discussed, but we'll say it's my little
Yeah, that's fine.
home front.
Okay. You kind of sit down for a moment and call. It's a little distracting being in town. There's not a lot of nature around you, but you kind of push your fingers into the dirt of the street and can feel a little bit of worms and life under there, and it's noisy and distracting, but you're able to connect with it enough to get your scry spell.
Okay, wait. So it takes him like 10 minutes to cast that spell, right?
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
take him a moment.
I'm like, okay, while you cast that, why don't Dadrios and I go look into my thief
Well, like,
guild
I don't.
place?
I mean, not to take away from Austin's thing, but I don't have to be touching the ground. I could be in the carriage.
No, you
casting
can.
it
It's entirely just for fluff, is what I'm describing.
Yeah, I could be in the carriage
Yeah.
while we're riding to
Okay.
your super secret thief place.
Yeah.
Because all I need is a crystal ball.
Yeah, no, you can. I'm just fluffing it up because I can. Because you're a druid and you like nature.
Yeah, but I got a fancy crystal ball with an owl's beak on it.
How you do with that ball? That's right.
Yeah.
Either way, but yes, y'all can do that if you want.
Okay. Well, so go ahead and describe his scrying during the carriage
So-
ride, I guess.
So, oh, that's right. I forgot you're on the carriage. So the image around you kind of fades, and the familiar image of your forest comes up, and it is just instant nostalgia. And you're like, oh, home. You know, everything's just like, oh, that's that rock where I left it, and there's that bunny. I don't know that bunny. Who's that bunny? You know?
There's my shit bucket.
Yeah.
Good times.
You look around the forest, and you kind of look up towards the sky, and you look at the water, and you kind of check the ground, kind of everything you can see within this scry location. At this point in time, everything looks fine.
Any sign of the rock?
That's going to be a high DC, but make a perception check.
Okay.
Not that he's not there, but the scry window on a location's pretty limited. That's a pretty good
26.
roll, though.
That's a pretty good roll.
So you really kind of push the boundaries of the scry, kind of careening your vision around. You don't see the rock himself or herself. You never checked. But you do see evidence that he's been there. You see some like abnormally large bird poop. You see some scratch marks on branches and on the ground that only something a large bird could make. So
Maybe like a little nest he would have made or something.
no nest, but you do see definite evidence that he's been around in your forest.
Okay.
So remind me, what was your dream? Like, was it just that the forest burned down, or what?
Green, acidy, burning. Right?
Yeah. Acid rained down from the sky and melted the whole forest, basically.
So that sounds like maybe black dragons attacking it.
Maybe, yeah.
And then Dadrios, what was your dream?
I didn't really talk about it, did I?
He stubbed his toe.
Yeah. My dream was about my home where nothing bad happened ever.
My family
Okay.
is gonna live forever.
But what happened bad in the dream?
I stubbed my toe.
Inside check, you're lying.
No, for sure. Basically, I was at home being chased by some kind of demon, and it attacked me, and I woke up, and that's about it.
Okay. Well, we don't have any way to contact anybody at your place, do we?
Not that I know of.
Should we have gone and had a cleric? No, clerics would know your.
I mean,
Yeah.
you do have friends and people you know back home that you could send a message to if you had the ability to. It's not like there's no one there you know of to contact.
That is true, but I'm gonna leave them be for now.
Okay. So I guess do we show up at the orphanage?
Okay. So the carriage stops at the super secret thief hideout. You are all, the rest of you, are very impressed with how, like, hidey-outy it is, and it doesn't look like anything. It just looks like an orphanage.
That looks like a real
Yep.
one.
Yeah,
I
like-
remember.
Like, you can see some kids through the window. It's a legit hideout. There must be some serious shady stuff going with such a authentic looking hideout.
Are they,
Like,
never,
no-
like, are they all spies or?
Yeah, remember, guys, this is a front for a thieves guild, and they're not going to let you all into the thievy guild parts of it, because you're not thieves.
Oh wait, hold on. And you're gonna speak in thieves' cant about some orphan stuff.
And
But
right,
it's
not
really
even the
shitty.
normal, not even the simple thieves cant that I taught Dadrios, but the more specialized, complex one.
Super
so-
thieves' cant.
So don't be surprised at whatever's said, because it's all like secret code.
You have to talk thieves can to get in.
Okay.
I feel excited to be part of a spy network now.
So we go in.
Okay, are y'all going in?
Yeah.
Okay.
You all want to see this, right?
I look for Russian tattoos on the kids.
Ashling, this is on the way to the church if you wanted to hang out with them for now. Or you can just if you're in a hurry and just want to go, you can definitely go off on your own.
Yeah, I kind of want to like go off on my own and meet up back with them.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you
Like,
were
I feel like my errand won't take me long.
yeah. So we'll get to you right after this then.
Okay.
So the three of you enter this super
Oh,
secret thieves bunker.
Where did we arrange to meet back up when you went off?
Back here.
Okay.
At the yawning portal.
Oh
Or at
no.
the Kashiki's.
Since the thieves' hideout was on the way, I was gonna ride with you.
Oh, I
that
gotcha.
far, and then I'll meet you back at the hideout.
Okay. So the three of you enter the super secret hideout and are immediately set on guard as Rygnerik is brutally attacked by very, very short thieves who all run up and grapple him.
I get ready to turn into a fucking bear.
It's fine. Hey guys.
Like the furs starting to like grow out of my body. I'm like, this is it, Dadrios. We die tonight.
A few seconds later, drawn by the commotion of children suddenly running into the next room, the head lady comes in and sees you and is like, "Oh, Rygnerik, I'm so relieved."
Yeah, so somebody's trying to buy
Yes,
the building?
Some man came by. He was extremely aggressive. He said that he was going to buy the land and flatten it down. he had a very, very fancy clothing on and said there was nothing we could do about it because, I mean, he may be right because the land is technically owned by the city.
Okay, so who is it that said they were doing that?
He said he represented some group called the Organization. I'd never heard of it, and I went to the council and asked about it, but they'd never heard of it either.
Did he give you a card or something to contact him with?
No, he just said that he would be back when the purchase was complete. I don't
Like,
know
why-
what to do.
Why did he even come by? Like, if he's just going to purchase the building.
Swinging nuts.
He said that this was the only courtesy he would give, and for us to get out.
Okay. Can you describe what he looks like?
It's very, very strange individual, a human. About. She points at Dadrios. She's like, about his height. Hello, by the way, and you too.
Howdy.
No hair, no head hair, facial hair. Very oddly plain looking, almost like he was a doll. He spoke in this very forceful, monotone way. He was very frightening. Say again?
So he didn't give you anything?
No, he just threatened us and left. The children were very frightened.
Hey, Slorth, can you, like, stone cunning up something and have, like, one of those TV sketch artist police sort of things?
I mean, I can druid craft or I can mold earth and like, all right, with the eyebrows higher than this, and like the mold earth raises the eyebrows.
Sure, you can.
Yeah, I want that scene.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
It can change colors too, so shapes, colors appear on the dirt, bro.
So y'all are inside currently. If you pull the dirt up, it's probably going to go through the floorboards.
I throw it on the table. I always have pocket dirt.
Okay, so you pull some of the dirt that is definitely in your pockets. I'm not even going to question that. And make a little pile on the table and do a little mold earth magic and make this little mini sculpture of the person. And she's like, all these tiny little thieves and assassins gather around you excitedly and just like, whoa, that's so cool.
If I had like a money clip, I would be guarding it as these little thieves and assassins surround me, but I don't, so.
Right. I whispered to Dadrios, I'm like, this is a training facility for, you know.
One of the kids whistles every time he says an S. I mean, one of the assassins.
I kind of elbow nudge you and silently give a thumbs up, like with that facial expression. Like, yeah, I totally get it.
But yeah, you're able to mold earth, and through her description and amusement to describe this for you, this person seemed to be wearing like almost like a regal suit looking thing, not like a black tie suit, but like an almost royal looking suit. His face he looked kind of like Hitman.
Okay.
As far as the facial features go, just very plain, bald, like it
Timothy Oliphant, gotcha.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't take you much time because you're like, plain bald dude, and she's like, yep, that's him. But yeah, you're able to all kind of get a good look of the little molded earth representation of what this man looked like.
Okay. Committing that to memory.
Well, you'll help us, right?
Yeah, we'll
I sweep the dirt back in.
look into what's going on.
How much is the land? What do you know? How much the land was worth, or how much the bank would sell it for?
Well, I inherited this land from my mother. Or rather, I'm sorry, the orphanage, not the land. The land itself is, I mean, we've had a few people, want the land be in the past because it's pretty valuable real estate. Several thousand gold at least. I'd have to get an exact number from the council.
Location. right?
Yeah.
Well, so when you talked to the council, did you tell them to like let you know if
they
somebody did?
They said I would be notified in the event of a sale.
Was he here by himself?
Yes, at least I think.
How long ago was this?
Yesterday about 11 in the morning.
Okay. Do I know like how you contact the council in this place?
In fact, you've been there before. The palace, per Genium's, whatever you say, palace, handles most the city affairs, especially for this ward of the town. And you know someone there, actually.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking. I'm like, okay, we'll go see what we can find out.
She kind of grasps your hand. She's like, oh, "Thank you so much. The children and I were so afraid."
Yeah, no problem.
Just kind of. Oh, did you want some tea or something?
I mean, I think I'm good. Dadrios, Slorth, do you want some tea?
I make my own.
Oh, that's neat. Like 3 little assassins come up to you and they're like, "Cool, we want to see."
I make the little molded head dance and chat and talk to the kids.
Whoa! That's so cool! Out of the way! Don't push! I want to see! Liz is bouncing. And she's back. You good?
Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, just cord glitchy.
No problem. Y'all doing anything else here or heading out?
If no, well, hold on. I asked them if they have a restroom I could use.
Sure. John, come here, and waves one of the little assassins over. Would show this nice man where the restroom is. And he holds out his hand for you to take it.
I like flinch back. Sorry.
Make a dexterity save now.
All right, I follow him.
Okay, he leads you to a. It's kind of shitty. There's no shower. There is a kind of a. Not really a sink, just kind of a bucket with dirty water in it, and a hole in the ground.
All right.
This is luxury for you, right?
Yeah, it's like, wow, he's got a bucket and a hole. Fancy fuckers. I want to cast a ritual. Take a ritual shit. No, commune with nature, but the indoor version where it's only 300 feet, so
Okay.
it's not going to be the full 3 miles. I'm trying to ascertain what might be valuable about this land aside from the assassin training facility on it. So I want to know influences from other planes of existence, powerful celestials, fades, fiends, or elementals, or undead. And I mean,
Yeah.
one says buildings, so that seems silly. So I'll go prevalent plants, minerals, animals. So maybe if there's some valuable stuff under it, minerals wise.
300 feet. Okay. You detect a surprising amount of nothing.
Like surprising, like there should be something and there's not, or
Like
a whole lot of jack shit.
whole lot of jack shit when you were thinking there would be something to this. But there doesn't seem to be anything that you can detect special about this location specifically.
No influence of other planes, no powerful undeads.
Nope.
And not even like a little nugget of gold, like
In
299 feet down in the earth.
one of the assassin's teeth, there is a small piece of gold.
Ooh, point me out to that one.
But yeah, no, you do not detect anything.
Well, I was in here for 11 minutes. I'm gonna come out like, oh, don't go in there.
One of the kids is like, "Ew."
I guess before I leave, I do Druid craft, make a little puff of skunk smell as I leave. Gotta keep up appearances.
Yeah, that'll keep them out of it for a while for sure.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Well, that was useless. Continue.
Are you okay? You sure you don't want some tea? It's very good for the stomach.
Oh, I have honey mead.
That's okay.
You want a flask?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I want some!
You broke up when you got really high.
I want some! A little person is tugging on your coat, demanding.
I lean over to Rygnerik. I'm like, they're all like adult assassins, right?
No, it's a training facility.
Time for bed, children! She starts, like, ushering the little assassins away. Aww!
Right.
Okay, you'll head out.
I guess we wait in the carriage for Liz
It's
to
a
come back.
good thing I wasn't there because I would have gotten those kids crunk.
So she'll be back pretty shortly, depending on how long what she does takes. Aisling, the closest church is the church to Bahamut, where the Dragonborn is. Is that where you're heading?
Still slapping that old lady.
Yeah, you walk in, she's just slapping him. Is that where you're headed?
Yes.
Okay.
Just the closest one.
Okay. It's getting a little late in the evening, but as you approach, they do seem to be some kind of evening worship going on. It actually looks like they were just kind of finishing up, and you can actually see the Dragonborn outside, kind of doing that pastor thing where they like nod and shake everyone's hand as they all leave. You see them doing that outside.
Have y'all seen Arrested Development?
No.
Yes.
You know how Lucille Bluth is like, it's one banana. What could it cost? $20?
Yes.
I go up to the priest. I'm like,
Oh, hello there! I didn't see you in the service. I don't know where
what
that
does
voice
it cost
went.
to get you to send a message for me? Like 5 gold?
I'm sorry?
I need you to send a message for me. And I just have my all my fat purse of gold out.
I could do that for you. That's not a problem.
Great.
But it's going to cost me so much.
Aisling, right?
Yes.
I'm so glad that you joined our service tonight. Were you in the back somewhere?
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
That's fantastic. It's good to see another child of Bahamut.
I pushed some gold at him.
That Tommy Bahama's something.
Oh, well, we appreciate your donation. Thank you. Every little bit helps. How much do you give him?
5.
Okay, mark off 5 gold. Will you be joining us tomorrow morning as well?
No.
God. She's not going for
some
sainthood.
people are probably gonna die soon. I need help.
Oh, okay. What? How? Do you want to pray?
No, I need your help to cast
right
a
back, y'all.
message.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, come inside. And he kind of like,
All right, thank you.
it's about a 5. You're kind of urgent, but it's this kind of like slow 5-minute process of pushing through the rest of the people leaving as he kind of stops and says a few words to each one of them. Then he eventually leads you into his personal study. Sorry about that. Who were you wanting to contact?
Are you familiar with Duke von Faulk?
Oh, I mean, I know of him, yeah, sure.
Do you know of him enough to message him?
I don't know if he would want me doing that, but I could theoretically, I believe.
It's fine. He's my grandpa, and I show him some sort of heraldry I'm wearing.
Okay, make a persuasion check, just to see if he believes that you're actually his granddaughter. He doesn't have any
19.
reason not to. Was it
19.
Okay, yeah, he takes your word for it.
Wait, is she not his granddaughter?
Well, no,
No, I am.
She just walked up to someone and said, "Hey, I'm Bill Gates's grandkid." Like
Oh.
There might be some kind of like, sure you are, but he seems to believe you.
That's why it was persuasion and not deception.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I wear an obscene amount of heraldry. Side note, he specifically told me not to wear his heraldry if I'm going out there. So, I make sure to wear it everywhere.
Yeah, you are pretty branded with the family crest. Okay, well, what would you like to say to him?
So, I want to tell him about the dream and how everybody died.
So, you've got 25 words.
Oh, shit.
Tell him to give him double the money. Tell him you want 50 words.
He can. Let me see how many spells he can burn. It is the end of the day, so he might be a little more willing to burn extras. Let me check. Does he even have it? Right. Ooh, you might be out of luck.
Ooh.
Let me double check. Level ascending, make sure I'm not just missing it. I don't have that spell prepared today, unfortunately. But if you come back in the morning, then I can definitely do it for you.
Should have offered more money.
So he can't do it at all, or he just can't do it twice?
No, he legit does not have that spell prepped for today. I'm looking at his character sheet.
Okay, I thank him and I go to the next church.
Okay. So, have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, suck it. Bye.
So, you just completely go up the line to the next church, which is the Church of Damoth, where you met Vonnik. I'm sorry. I don't think you met somebody at the Church of Damoth. If you want to go to Vonnik's church, it's the one to the east, which is also pretty close.
Okay.
The Temple of Nair. You go up to this one, the doors are closed.
Hey, just by the by...
I knock?
What were we saying, Slorth?
Oh, while she's doing this, I'm going to use Wild Companion and summon an owl using that, and use the feature where I warg out into its senses and just go scouting around, because I know we're sitting in the carriage, so I'm going to chill out in the carriage while we're waiting and just kind of scout around the area, see if there's anything interesting going on, or maybe anyone watching us from afar.
Okay.
Just,
make a perception check, and then we'll resolve that in a sec. You knock on the door. A few seconds pass. A few more seconds pass. Then you hear kind of as a door bar is moved, and then the door opens, and you see the face of a human male you do not recognize. Hello?
I introduce myself. I say, my name is Aisling von Faulk. I am the oldest grandchild of Duke von Faulk, and I need to hire someone who can cast message to get a message to the Duke. And I hold out gold.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. $26.
Okay. He looks kind of like, who the fuck is this at first? And then his eyes, how much gold are you holding out?
I'll start with 5.
Okay. His eyes kind of trail down to the gold, and he's like, all right, sure. And he's like, okay. And he kind of waves you inside. You said you need to send a message. Well, we actually don't, there's a postal service.
I need to contact him immediately, so I'm looking to hire a cleric who can cast message for me.
Oh, you want to send a sending spell? I can do that for you.
Oh, that's the word I needed to be using. And I say, great, thank you.
You immediately get the feeling that this guy you're talking to is probably a little more sleazy than the Dragonborn, and is just kind of like, money, sure, whatever. He kind of pockets the gold. He's like, what do you want to say to him?
I'm gonna roll perception to make sure he actually is capable of casting the spell.
Okay, that would be insight.
Insight, okay.
See if he's hitting you.
Just so you know, Liz, every time you level up, you can switch out an old spell for a new one.
Yeah, we let her switch some spells around.
I was about to say, you could get sending, because that one is on your list.
I got 15.
Okay. Just kind of judge his personality. He does seem like he's capable of sending the spell.
Okay. Alright, I have 25 words.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pretend that I heard from a wizard, and not that I had the dream, because I know my grandpa thinks I'm full of shit all the time.
This should go well.
Lord Blackstaff had premonition that castle would come under siege by, was it just fire or acid?
You came out and everything was burning. You didn't really see the cause, just that everything was on fire.
Okay, under siege with fire, everyone died. Build defenses and evacuate. Very serious.
You should probably put who it's from.
Oh, Ashling.
Don't remind her next time. I was gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, I know you were.
Okay. So he makes you write it. Uh-huh.
I have 3 more words.
Okay.
Not drunk.
Y'all know me way too well.
Not drunk. Poop emoji.
Yeah. So you actually kind of write this out because you only half trust this guy to get it right, and he kind of looks over it and he's like, okay, and he does a little magic, and you do see a little bit of sparkles kind of from his fingers as he traces a signal in the air. You think like you feel pretty confident he's actually casting the spell and not just scamming you.
I mean, she's seen the cast it. She could probably like arcana it and know if he was actually.
Yeah. He does seem to be really doing it. And he says the words exactly as they were given to him, and gives a moment. And you can see him kind of listening as there's a reply. It's like, oh, okay. Ashling. I gotta count now. Good to hear from you. No invasions. Thinking. Are you well? Your mother misses you. You should write her more.
God damn it, Grandpa, you old bastard.
It's like,
how do I push send? Like the rest of the messages. Frankie, turn off.
Yeah, you did get a bit of that vibe, yeah.
I think I hit record. Is it recording? Hello?
Yeah. Just like nose view up the camera.
I push 5 more gold at the cleric and say, can I get another?
I can do it once more. That'll be it though.
Okay. No, very serious. Blackstaff's other premonition came true. You're in a lot, but I misspell a lot and make it just one word.
I don't think it works like that.
We add a baby, it's a boy.
Yeah. Collect call from Mr. We Had a Baby Eats a Boy.
danger. Please take seriously. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay.
With clap emojis.
Still not drunk.
Clap emojis between each word.
This cleric is looking kind of a little more concerned as this conversation's going on, but he does repeat the arcane and send the spell back, and you can see him listening. He just says, "Have Blackstaff contact me."
Fuck.
There. One more time. Hey, this Blackstaff, what up?
All right, he actually says, "Have Lord Kelvin contact me."
God damn it. All right.
Think he'd be proud if he found out you were banging him?
Cleric's like, "So, that sounds kind of serious."
Yeah, a little bit. I give him 5 more gold for his time.
Oh, okay.
And his silence.
And I go to meet up with everyone else.
Okay.
Actually,
Yep.
I'm going to send Smush to go tell everybody else that I'm heading to Blackstaff Tower.
Okay.
Those nights.
So.
And they can either... Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Okay. So, a few things you notice, Slorth, as you're kind of looking around.
The 16 was the one to use, by the way.
That's fine. You see the Waterdeep's evening life kind of winding down. You do notice, and this kind of confirms your fears. You see a small assassin pickpocket someone on the street and slip off into an alley with their coin purse.
Training. That must be the mission for the night.
Other than that, you see, I see a couple of stray cats, and then one big familiar dog just coming down and just hops into the carriage, and you're actually kind of like knocked out of the spell for a moment as this big old dog lands on you. He's like, I ran a long way. Ashling says to meet her at Blackstaff Tower. And then he flops down at your feet. Just.
Well, I'm actually deaf and blind, but the owl flies down and like.
So you caught.
In.
I would say the owl heard it from.
Yeah, he's got keen sight
proximity.
Hearing.
Yeah, that message was delivered.
I'm like, let's get this cart moving.
All right, owl hops up. Like Slorth is still like in the carriage, worked out, like eyes rolled in his head, and the owl's like sitting up next to Rygnerik at the helm.
I think something's wrong with Slorth.
He's fine.
I should turn into the raven because they can like mimic sounds like baby crying. I'll be like, he's fine, he's fine.
So
he gets like that sometimes. I think I saw some white powder earlier. You know.
So y'all are actually slightly further away than. No, actually, she's further away. Y'all beat her there by quite a bit. Ashling.
I mean, if we went the same way that she we'd probably pick her up on the way.
You don't know where she is.
Oh yeah, I guess she went.
I just went straight to the tower. I didn't know how long you guys would be at the orphanage, so I didn't want to hold you up. I just went on my own.
Yeah, no, it's fine. They get there probably 10 minutes before you do.
Tied out.
You're fine. They get there probably 10 minutes before you do, and then you kind of come jogging up, kind of, made it.
So, I knew my family wouldn't take it seriously if I said I had a premonition, because they would just say I was drinking too much. So I told them that Lord Blackstaff had a premonition, and they still don't believe me, so now I need to get him to send them a message. So...
Okay, well...
It's like It's like the drunk who cried wolf.
Yeah, that probably was not a great lie. So,
I
so
thought they trust him.
we knock on his tower?
Yeah.
Okay. You dump. No reply.
I pull out my sending stone and like, Blackstaff, we might have another situation. We need to speak with you.
You barely finish sending it, and a door immediately materializes in front of you.
What a kind man.
You walk in, it's just Blackstaff and Tamert are there. The other two mages seem to have gone. And they're both kind of sitting in lounge chairs as Blackstaff looks up and he like pinches his nose and he's like, "Oh mercy, what now?"
I fucked up just a
Well-
little bit.
Okay, let's
Okay.
worry
Just
about
a little bit this time.
let's worry about real stuff first. So,
Is the city under attack again?
probably
yet.
not.
Just for the record, the owl is sitting on Slorth's shoulder. Slorth's eyes are rolled in the back of the head, but he's still walking forward, and the owl is seeing for him.
Nice. Neither mage even blinks an eye. They're so used to y'all's craziness at this point.
So, like 2 nights ago, all 4 of us had dreams that important places to us were like burning down or whatever, right?
Thumbs up from Slorth.
Sometimes when you experience something traumatic, it can manifest itself in your psyche through dreams.
Okay, sure, but
Damn it.
Look, asshole.
Listen here, you little shit.
all of our dreams, all 4 of our dreams, during the dream we found out that like a certain name was responsible, and for each of us it was a different name. And after we woke up, we all found out that those names were related to this like 4-starred whatchamadoohickey religious symbol we all looked at earlier.
That is exactly what it's called.
Yes.
They were more prophetic than they were all linked. So what are the odds of us all having linked dreams as opposed to just random scary stuff?
Yeah, that normally doesn't happen.
And then yesterday, apparently, like part of my dream was that a place important to me burned down and then somebody bought it.
I throw some dirt on the ground as he starts saying that.
And yesterday, somebody showed up at that place and said that they were going to buy it and like raise it to the ground.
So, you all are psychic?
I mean, it's prophetic dreams. It's not like, being psychic. Earth shape or mold earth the ground, the dirt that I threw to go into the bust of the guy that she said had purchased it, or has threatened to purchase it and kick him out.
Yeah. And who's this?
That's the weird, creepy, very not. How did she describe him?
Silas from Da Vinci Code.
I just like
Yeah, very
creepily boring
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
person that showed up. Right? They showed up, said they were going to buy it, raise it to the ground, that they should all leave, and then just left.
Okay.
And they said they represent the organization, which
that?
is a creepy place. Creepy name for a place.
He kind of looks, Blackstaff kind of looks over to Tamert and he's like, "Have you heard of this organization?" And Tamert, like, thinks for a second, kind of shakes his head. He's like, "It's kind of a vague name. It's not anything I've come across."
Right. I mean, we are kind of running under the assumption that this is all related to the everything else that's been going on. Especially with drawing in, like, the symbol that was on that note. The person... I'm going to write down the address of the orphanage, Like the person said, that the land where this is owned by the city. They said they were gonna like buy it from the council and raise it. It's all very weird.
Tamara
Hand it to
kind
Tamara.
of leans forward, takes the note and looks at it. He's like, "Oh, I know this place. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Lyra's Lost, I
Awesome
believe.
camp.
Right. So could you maybe like keep an eye out?
I will make
Find
this
out.
my personal. Yes, I'll keep an eye out.
Let us know.
He's very tired. I'll keep an eye on and make sure nothing shady presides with this location.
Is there any chance? Right. Because my dream had the place burned down and then bought. Is there any chance, like, you all have some guards we can station around it to make sure nobody's...
How far away actually is the inn that we're staying from this thief hideout?
Like from the orphanage or from the tower?
The orphanage from the place where we'll be staying the night.
The yawning portal to the
Yes.
hideout.
About a 20-minute walk.
Okay, so less than a mile.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
too far.
Okay.
Kind of like
So, quick question: is the entire next session going to be us, like, in front of the town council, having arbitration? Like, legal? I'm not a big city lawyer.
You're gonna be counting votes, actually. Blackstaff's like, I can have a guard posted there tomorrow. Hold on one sec. Yeah, I can have a guard posted there tomorrow. Triss won't like it, but she can just deal. I'm not in the mood to argue with her.
Okay, and then if you could do us one more favor.
Mhm.
Right, Ashling's dream was that her grandfather's estate was burned down. So if you could just maybe cast Sending and let him know that there is a very real possible threat.
To who?
So
Lord von Faulk.
I'm on So my dream
Lord
was
Faulk?
that my family's castle got burnt to the ground and everyone in it died, and I really wanted to warn them, but I knew if I told them.
So
that
yeah,
I had-
all we need is for you to just send them a message that says that they are in serious danger, and that they need to take it seriously.
Okay,
Yes.
that's pretty vague, but I will contact the Lord and let him know the seriousness of what.
You remember that time way back when your soul was in a box and, like, we risked our lives together? So
He's saying
funny.
he'll do it. He's not arguing.
Can he drop the attitude for it?
Well, y'all are asking him to contact someone and say you're in danger from a vague source, so he's gonna have to convince him a little bit.
Really, all you need to say is that the message Ashling sent him about possibly being in danger is legitimate.
Is not to be taken lightly.
He nods. He's like, I'll contact him tonight through a little more reliable means and discuss it with him.
I explain exactly what happened, so there aren't like holes in the story.
Okay.
Like
He'll
I tell Lord Blackstaff I lied.
Yeah, he'll back up your lie. He's fine with that. He doesn't care at this point in time.
Also, if anybody heard that hellish scream a few minutes ago, that was my dog stepping on my cat.
Oh, I like
We
that.
missed that one.
I heard it.
Didn't you hear that?
I didn't.
I heard it.
Oh,
I did.
Oh, and then I had to disappear for a few minutes to comfort the cat.
Naturally.
So I don't know if I missed anything.
Okay, so just out of character,
Sure.
the land that this is on is owned by a bank or owned by the city.
It's city property.
So city property. I bet giving our juice from A, becoming the champions, and B, saving the town twice, we could probably appeal to the city to have this land not sold.
Yeah, Tamart's already taken personal responsibility for the land, and he at least feels pretty confident that he can protect it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, just have it not be sold, make it fucking heritage or, like, historical marker land or some shit, or
Yeah.
call it our secret fucking hideout or some shit.
He'll definitely see what he can do tomorrow when everyone's kind of awake and the palace.
I
is
mean,
open.
if I gotta turn to a big goat and flash my hooves, then I'll do it.
And
Not
one
arguing
other
with
possible favor.
you. Sure.
We might want to go visit, the place where these guys are from, or Slorth's home to make sure it's okay. Do you happen to know, like, any teleport circles?
Ooh, good.
Either of those directions?
He kind of holds up a finger to stop you, and he gets up and he walks across the room, and there's like he's not walking towards anything, and you're like, what the hell are you doing? But as he approaches, a desk just kind of materializes in front of him.
So why even walk to it then? Can he just have appeared the desk in front of him?
Because he's a showy fucker. And he pulls out a drawer, and he opens a drawer, and he pulls out 2 scrolls, and he walks back over to you, Rygnerik, and he hands you 2 scrolls of teleportation.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's the least I could do.
But do you, appreciate that, but do you know the teleportation circles in the areas? Because that would be more useful than 2 scrolls.
Where are you trying to go?
By the Southwood, and by, knowingly, Slorth says, the area where Rygnerik would know.
Well, Dadrios is whatever
Dadrios,
place.
yeah.
Citadel Felbar.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Those are the exact words. Okay, so let me look at the map real quick just to see. Southwood. He kind of thinks for a second. He's like,
I mean, all the circles he knows would be swell.
I don't believe there's a circle. I believe my tower is actually the closest circle to Southwood. I believe there's a circle in the Citadel Felbar, but the city's been closed off for so long. I don't personally know it.
Okay.
But if you visit there and talk to the right people, you probably can get access to a circle there.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Happy to help.
Thank you so much.
One last thing. What's it like being out of your body? Were you just dreaming?
I don't remember anything. I walked down into the house, and then I woke up with a dwarf in my face.
Nice.
That's how a lot of stories end.
Yada yada yada, and I woke up with a dwarf in my face.
Okie dokie.
Y'all head out.
Are we going to finish our nights?
I guess so.
I'm actually going to communicate with my polar bear and send him to watch the thief hideout.
Okay. Yeah, he'll do that. Lumbers down.
I don't think that's what a polar bear sounds like.
He's going to be sitting at
exactly what a polar bear sounds like.
He's going to be outside assassin business. Don't worry. Carry on.
As you're doing this, Tamar sends a message to the inn and lets them know, hey, there's going to be a polar bear coming to guard you for the night.
I was going to send a seagull, but
You can send a seagull too.
You can do both.
The more animals, the seagull would be quickly able to let us know, right?
Hey, it's me, the druid that was here. There's a bear outside. Bye.
And as you guys walk out, a guard actually approaches the polar bear and says, I just got a message from Lord Kelvin to escort this bear across town. So I guess that's how my night's going.
You can ride him if you want.
That's okay.
No, he cannot.
I'm gonna pass. It's not gonna eat me, right?
No.
I think that's a bear's choice to make, not to.
No,
So,
you have to wait.
As they walk off, the guards kind of like, nothing to see here, it's okay, just a bear, to like all the people that are like, bear! And seems to escort him safely away.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get really weird when the bear's like, so how long you been a guard for?
Yeah!
He's gonna come back, the bear's gonna have converted him to your religion.
Yeah. All the children are now part of your religion.
The guard's gonna be wearing a fucking like robe, and like his guard gear's gonna be gone. He's gonna be like, "This is what I believe now."
All right.
The celestial polar bear named Panda taught me these words.
So after sending off the bear, you're heading again back to the yawning portal.
Nah, I got business.
Well, with the exception of Slorth, who makes his way back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I eagle out. I'm eager to get back.
As you'll enter the yawning portal, Sleth, all my words run together. Chess, kind of waves y'all over and is like, "Hey guys, so we're having a bit of a ceiling leak thing going on. I think it's the dwarf that's with you. I think it's coming from his room."
Hey now.
You're off somewhere else. We didn't want to go in, but I think there might be a leak up there. Just heads up. If someone wants to go, I can let you in. We didn't want to invade his privacy, but it is a few people have complained down here.
What did I forget up there?
Yeah, if you could just give us the key, we'll go take care of it.
I'm
Sure.
tired.
I thought I slept in the cuddle puddle with Liz and Smush.
She hands you the key to the... Well, you were assigned a room. Whether or not you ever use it is up to you. But she hands you the key to Slorth's room.
Okay. Come on, guys. Let's find out what new horror awaits us.
In this adventure, they fix a patched up hole in the roof.
So you walk upstairs and you open the door, and the smell is the first thing that hits you. Just,
Oh God!
Just the like some like old rotting meat smell.
Did he leave a dead body?
And as you look in the room,
He left a
you
dead body.
see two large halves of a black dragon just kind of flopped into his room.
I love
Just
this man.
leaking goo all over, just soaking into the floorboards and just dripping down below.
Well played, sir.
That
At least there wasn't Kashiki's.
was a fairly passive-aggressive move
Right?
from somebody who we saved them, body and soul.
I'm gonna take a shit. I'm gonna leave him an upper decker in his toilet.
Liz has the teleportation circle.
It's gonna be this petty battle of y'all throwing this dragon corpse back and forth at each other.
He's gonna wake up with the head in his bed.
Damn it!
All right,
You got pranked.
I push this out the window
No, leave it
and
there.
then just set it on fire.
No.
Is anybody going to tell Slorth what I did?
I mean, I got one of his scales, so if you get rid of the body, I can bring him back. I'm not worried about that.
Isn't like dragon scale useful for armor making and stuff? Don't we kind of want to keep that?
I thought it'd be funny if we resurrected him and he wore a suit of his own armor.
If you would like to skin the dragon first, be my guest.
You know what? Kinda.
Will it fit out the window?
You couldn't fit through a door, so I doubt it.
Yeah, no, not really. You can try?
Will it fit out the door?
Can I chop it into pieces and just throw the pieces in the fireplace?
Well, there's no fireplace in the bedroom.
Just leave him there.
There's
He's
one
fine.
downstairs.
How hard is it to
Okay.
get the scales off?
Look, just go stand beside it and cast teleportation circle back into the tower.
I'm not.
You
I'm
can.
going to.
You're breaking up real bad.
No, it's not the mic. It's me at a loss for words.
Just leave it there.
She actually probably does not have teleportation circle like enough times per day to do that.
Just leave it there. It's fine.
Yeah, like I said, how hard is it to get scales off of it?
You've never tried. You can try.
I'm gonna just try to yoink some scales off. I'm gonna try one, see how hard it is, and then see if I want to continue.
Are you just grabbing one with your hands and pulling, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna kind of use my sword to kind of pry it off if I can.
Okay. Make
Good.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
The larger scales on this, like, about how big are they?
They're probably about a foot across.
Okay. So you can make a little kite shield with them if you want to.
Kind of on average. I mean, there's like tinier scales here and like big plate scales on the stomach.
Yeah, that's why I said the larger ones.
21.
Okay. So you kind of you pull on it and it doesn't seem like it's gonna come, and you kind of get your sword and you kind of wedge under it and you kind of work it back and forth, and it takes you probably a good 15 minutes of like kind of like bending a piece of metal to get it to break, but eventually you kind of fall backwards with this about 8-inch dragon scale.
Okay. Would I need to keep doing checks to take more, or just assume that I could do that now?
They do not seem to come off easily. You could keep doing it. It's going to take you probably... I mean, if you're just pulling scales off the dragon, it's going to probably take you 15-20 minutes per scale. If you wanted to skin the dragon, especially since you already have access to the inside of the dragon, that would be a different kind of story.
I imagine that wouldn't stop the drippy mess from coming out.
No, but I put the scale in bag of holding, shrug my shoulders, and I just go to my room.
Sure.
I'm tired.
You can't.
You now have a black dragon scale.
But can you at least like cauterize it so it's not stops bleeding?
I don't think it's this dragon that's making the goo. I think it's the vial that was stuck on it.
It's kind of a combination of things. It's still kind of like it's not a lot of the blood's coagulated at this point, but there's still kind of just internal liquids and just like organs and just kind of general goop that are soaking into the wood.
So, what are the other teleportation circles I know?
The tower and the town.
Dragon Spear.
Yeah, Dragon Spear and the town up north.
Dragon Spear's kind of that's where the Leviathan is, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Thornhole is.
I'm gonna teleport the dragon there.
Well, wait. Do you have teleportation circle that many times per day?
We haven't rested since the last time we used it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just he's fine. We can leave him there. It's not a big deal.
I have it once.
Yeah.
Can I teleport an object without teleporting myself?
I'm pretty sure you can, actually. I think I looked that up, and you're...
But we don't want to use a scroll on this.
No, I'm not burning a scroll.
What level is teleportation circle? So,
This?
you're still in the same day, and you use teleportation circle to get back to Blackstaff Tower in this day, still. So you were that's how y'all got back. Y'all are out of...
Sorry, I must not have marked it.
You're fine. You're out of 5th level spells.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oof. You tell him, Smush.
Sorry, the trash is getting collected.
So is it like actively leaking at this point, or is it just the mess that is?
It's not gushing. It just seems like it's sat there for several hours, and it just has soaked into the wood enough to start dripping a little through.
How big is this dragon? Can you compare it to a real animal?
Large dragon.
It's about 15 feet tall, 30 feet long, probably.
So like 2 Clydesdales.
A little more than that.
Like 2.5 Clydesdales.
Well, except now you need some width. So
Yeah.
you're really 2.5 Clydesdales long and like 2 or 3 wide.
Yeah,
And
something
how
like
big
that.
is the
And a
window?
couple more stacked on top of them to give you the height.
Basically, yeah. It's a Clyde's cube.
How big is the window?
Maybe 3 feet across.
So I would have to chop it into 5 pieces to get it out the window?
You would have to chop it into a lot of pieces.
And release a lot more goo in the process.
And it is a dragon, so chopping isn't necessarily an easy task.
Tell you, if you really want to stop that, you could probably
And the
necro
inn is
touch
made
it.
of wood, right?
You could probably necro touch it. That withers life to death.
You can
So
go
it would
that far
probably
if you wanted.
shrivel it up, at least enough to get so the wounds aren't actively seeping.
Yeah, can I do that?
Sure, go for it.
Can I use necrotic damage to try to...
You can try. What happens,
Okay.
you'll see.
Inflict wounds it.
Alright, I attempt... I find, like, the goopiest part,
Okay.
and I, like, just barely poke it with my finger.
Okay.
And
Roll,
inflict wounds.
roll damage. I'm not going to make you make an attack roll because it's not like it's going to dodge.
11.
Okay.
Oh, wait, 12.
About a 2-foot sphere kind of retracts back and kind of withers up a little bit. Seem to make that part less drippy.
How many times can you cast that?
I do it 2 more times at first level.
You're gonna burn all your spell slots doing this.
I'm about to go to bed. 15
Okay, I'll say
and 11.
I'll say you burn all your spell slots, just touching this thing anywhere you think it's dripping, and you manage to kind of retract and kind of necrotically burn the skin enough that it doesn't seem to be actively gooing out anymore.
Me too, man.
I'll go borrow a mop.
Chess will give you one. You want a mop for me? Sure.
I would like to wash my hands.
Okay, you can you can do that.
Okay.
Not possible. Glad I didn't go with y'all.
Actually, I want to take a bath and go to bed.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that.
I guess I mop.
Just Rygnerik alone in the room, just swearing everyone's name as he cleans up dragon goo.
After I'm done with that, I angrily mess with the puzzle sphere and then go to bed.
Okay, make a investigation roll.
Stupid
Where'd
fucking
my
puzzles, they're
roll
dragon
20
bullshit.
window go? Oh well, I'll just roll here.
Oh, wait, shit.
What?
I come back in the room. I'm just wearing a towel because in the middle of my bath I remembered something.
Yeah, that's something you would do.
Okay, wait. I
What?
grab the piece of dragon. I dimensional door
You are out of spells.
outside. What?
You are out of spells.
Oh, you made me burn all of them? I was
Yes,
only
I-
going to burn my
Yes,
first
I
level.
did. If you wanted to burn enough to stop the gooping, you're gonna have to burn all of them.
And I think you have to be able to carry it to Dimensional Door.
And it has to be a willing creature, as in something alive.
Well, a dead thing is an object.
De-
Take it with you.
corpses can't say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a dragon corpse you can't count as an item you are carrying.
Damn it.
You
I like
stop,
Okay, I-
stop back off to the bath.
Yeah.
Okay. Rygnerik, you play with the puzzle a while, and you're just you're like, I got dragon goo on my hand, and you kind of frustrated, and you turn one piece and it kind of locks up, and you can't seem to really make much progress on it tonight.
Yeah, that sounds like about how the day is going.
Do you head to bed then?
Yep.
Okay. Dadrios, are you doing anything tonight?
Nope, just showering and going to bed.
All right. Aisling, you bathing and going to bed, or anything else you want to do for the night?
Yep.
Okay.
I do ping my polar bear to see if he's seen anything, but that's about it.
Okay. He reports back some interesting people he saw, but it's not like anything of worthy note. Just like, I saw a lady with really tall hair, kind of thing.
Cool. I tell him good night and have a good one, bro.
You got it. Slorth does a full series of gymnastics.
Yeah.
And has a very good, if not tiring, evening before finally going to sleep. Dadrios, you fall asleep and comfortably enough until your eyes snap open.
Okay.
And you are standing in the flaming ruins of Citadel Felbar. And in front of you is that giant, massive eye staring you down. You look at your feet and you can see the bodies surrounding you everywhere. Swirling around the eye, you see those ravens just like crashing into each other and just flying unnaturally and almost tearing each other apart as they extend out from the eye, almost like tendrils, just slowly waving back and forth. What do you do?
Since this has happened before, do I realize that this is kind of a dream, or am I in like a this is real kind of mode?
Make an insight check.
Okay. What is my... sorry, what is insight? Oh, there it is. I found it. Never mind. We're good.
What is insight? That's
What
like
is
an
insight?
insightful check.
It's having eyes on the inside. So anyway.
This feels crazy real. Like, you can feel the heat coming off the flames. You can feel the ground under your feet. But you're like, no, I know this. This is a dream. I remember this happening before. But you're still kind of like... You're pretty sure it's a dream, but man, you're teetering because it feels so real.
But I know that this has happened. Like, I remember the other dream I had. So this time, I kind of take a deep breath and kind of say a prayer and steel myself, and I just look at the eye and ask, what do you want?
The eye stares back at you, and you see a similar burn down the slit as one of the kind of raven tendrils reaches in and pulls your flaming sword out of the slit in the eye. And then you see a secondary kind of bluish hue to the slit, and another tendril reaches around and pulls the axe out of the eye and holds both of them on either side of you. I need you to roll initiative.
Okay. Struggling with dice. 21.
Nice. Okay, it's your go. What do you do?
Do I have like my armor on me and stuff like that?
You have your armor. You do not have your two weapons. It is.
Do I have my original greatsword?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. That's how it's gonna be. All right. I will draw my weapon, and I will cast. One. I always forget which ones.
You should make an attack.
No, I'm trying to look at my spells real quick. Sorry, my tab reloaded.
Okay.
I am going to cast heroism on myself.
Okay.
And I can't do another action, but
bonus action movement.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast heroism on myself, and then I'm going to kind of, while keeping my eyes on it, kind of get back a bit and observe my surroundings while still kind of like looking at the eye creature, but also being observant around me.
That's fine. You kind of You take a few steps back, your sword ready, your spell cast on you, granting you this bravery. Your eyes kind of give little half-second darts back and forth. There doesn't seem to be any other adversaries that you can see.
Aren't some of your poly abilities bonus actions?
They are, but they're also concentration, so they would overwrite what I just did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You kind of stumble a bit as you step over a body you don't recognize, but find your footing again. The giant eye in front of you raises the flaming sword with this mass of swarming ravens and swings it down at you. That is a 15 to hit.
It does not hit.
Okay. So you kind of duck out of the way, and it lifts the axe up and swings at you again. That is a 19 to hit.
That one does.
Okay. As you dodge the first blow from the sword, the axe comes up and catches you right in the chest, slicing across your armor and cutting into the skin some, and you feel this burning pulse of cold. You don't even feel the cut, but you feel this cold like surge into you. You take where did it go?
I shouldn't have used heroism, but whatever. Too late now.
$59 points of cold damage as this ice just burns through your veins. And the axe retracts, and you see these two weapons kind of swirling around as they hover over you threateningly. It's your turn.
I wish I could do that much damage in one swing.
It seemed like it wasn't the weapon itself, but some other magical effect that was cutting into you.
Alright. In that case, I am going to basically would it cost an action to ask again, or would that be a free action?
I'll let you do it freely.
Yeah, just asking, like, what do you want?
Okay.
Also, those are mine. I'd like them back. But anyway. Still no response?
You'll know on his turn.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to... Yeah, I really shouldn't have used heroism, but that's fine. I am going to just... Because, like, anything I do, he'll kill me next turn, so...
You could do a full defensive action and be disadvantaged for his attacks against you, at least.
Would it?
Yeah, you could do that if you wanted.
Alright, so in that case... Go ahead.
Don't forget your bonus temporary HPs you got.
Yeah. Yeah, with how much damage I took, it's not really going to help, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I shouldn't have used heroism, but it's too late.
You can always cast something else.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Let him play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna, until he gets a response, I'm actually gonna switch my spell over to Shield of Faith and back up further and take a defensive stance.
Okay. Okay. So you see this eye just burning with kind of like a rage. Do you speak Undercommon?
Do I speak Undercommon? No, I do not.
He says, "Doth Magnova."
I will make a note to remember what he said. Also,
Okay. So you kind of you have no clue what he said, but you're like, I'm gonna remember those fucking words.
Yeah.
And then the eye, the slitted pupil of the eye actually seems to open up, and this like black blast comes out of it. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Oh boy. 22.
Okay. So you see this and you're kind of like, oh crap, and dodge out of the way. So you're gonna take actually half damage from this.
I'm probably still dead. Yeah, I'm dead.
Wow,
I'm
that was a
very
good
dead.
roll.
Yeah, I'm very dead.
40 points of damage.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
unconscious.
dead.
You're unconscious, not dead.
So you jump back out of the way, but this whatever this black energy is still hits your side, and you feel it pulse through you, and you feel it course down your veins and course up the veins in your neck and in your eyes and burns your mind, and you feel just the whole life energy drain out of you, and the last thing you feel is you falling to your knees and your face hitting the pavement. You wake up in your bed the next morning and immediately kind of like check yourself. You see where the blast hit you, your skin is red and irritated, and there's a red line across your chest where the axe hit you. You don't, other than that, you don't seem to be injured, but you do suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, so is that just like 1 point of HP or?
No, exhaustion is a condition.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And that is where we'll end it for tonight.
Really wanted to reincarnate the dragon and see what it came back as.
I mean, you can do it next time.
All right.
So we will rejoin our regular game next week and figure out where this is taking you.
Sounds good. Whoa.
That was crazy.
Ever get the feeling that you're dating a robot, Austin?
Sometimes, yeah.
What?
What noise did you just make?
A sad, defeated woo.
Oh, okay.
It was like
It's
super
like-
slow-mo and robotic.
Yeah, it cut out a little bit and was like...
Yeah, it was an auto-tuned woo.
All right, guys. Same time next Wednesday.
All right, have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.